Hey there, Craig. Let's see here. Hey, Joseph. How's it going, Joseph? Let me see. I should tweet this link out. How's everybody doing today? Everyone doing today pretty good? Make sure I'll see here. Chat is supposed to be on top. Let's do this. Make sure that chat is showing up on the stream. There we go. Good midday to you. You really come to your own recently. Solid content. Thank you so much there, the best one. I'm early great. Hello, Dreamcast guy. What's up, my dude? You have great reviews, Dreamcast guy. Thank you so much there. Hold on a second. I'm trying to make it where this... I want it so that chat will appear on the screen, because honestly, I like what y'all say a lot. Hey there, Shamsa. Thank you so much for Shamsa for the $50 donation via Streamlabs. There we go. Okay, so now chat's popping up. There we go. I just had to restart it once. Do you play the WWE games? I don't. Do you like Shattered Hill Silent Memories? Yes. So I like Silent Hill Shattered Memories. I actually own it. I own Silent Hill Shattered Memories. Super love it. What I want to do today is we're going to talk some Silent Hill here in a second. As you can see, I actually, underneath my screen, I secretly have an article we're about to read. But I'm going to let some people join here. Been a follower for years. Thank you so much. King Ajax. Actually, I knew that. King Ajax, I've been seeing your comments for years, man. Are you still in the Denton area? No, I'm not. I was dating a girl in the Denton area for a bit. I'm just here for ripped pants. Boo. Hey, Max. Greetings from Belgium. How's it going there, everybody? I'm going to increase the size of this chat box a little bit. Let's see here. Enhance. I wish I could make it tall. You know, that's fine. That's fine. Favorite JRPG of all time? There's so many good ones, man. There's so many good RPGs. I still like all the classic Final Fantasies are definitely my favorite. Have you played any of the Dark Picture Anthology? Yeah, the Dark Picture Anthology games. Those are the Dark Picture Anthology. So I guess I haven't played Mana Meridian, right? That's let's put myself down here in the corner. I haven't played Man from Meridian. Little Hope. I want to watch Little Hope. This is by the people who did Supermassive. Yeah, Supermassive are the people that did Until Dawn. Yeah, Until Dawn, which I loved a bunch. Let's just zoom in that camera again. Whoa! Whoops. Okay, there we go. Whoop. Okay, there we go. Hey Max, shocked that Xbox Games Showcase very disappointed in their next gen. What's your favorite horror game hands down? I like a lot. There's so many good horror games. There's so many different styles though. Like I think some stuff like Crackdown scares me more than, or not Crackdown, sorry, Condemned Criminal Origins scares me a lot. I really think the Friday the 13th game is surprisingly scary. I very much like classic survival horror the most. Outlast, yeah, Outlast scared the hell out of me. Outlast 2 literally gave me nightmares. I definitely like survival horror the most, though. Hey, Dreamcast guy, your fan. Hey there, Infinite. Can you play the Crash demo? I can't. So what I was thinking about doing for y'all is, let me tell you something funny. Activision had rules, and when they contacted me, they said you can play Crash Bandicoot 4 early. And I was like, okay, that sounds great. They went, okay, one big rule, you can't publish your video while the demo is still there. So I had to delete the demo off my PlayStation 4 when I put up the video. But what I can do is I actually still have all my raw gameplay. So what I can do is, let's put me right here. So as you can see here, this is actually, oh, that's an unused video. Let me go to a different folder. Let's see here, projects, Crash. So this is my raw Crash Bandicoot gameplay. Which I'm not even sure how. Why is your streaming quality? So, someone here said, why are your stream quality so inconsistent? Some look great. So, the thing is that I'm using a super old school webcam. This is a webcam I bought years ago because I'm broke, dude. I am a broke YouTuber. So, that's why some stuff looks amazing and some stuff is whatever. So, here's what you didn't see in the video is that I had to beat this thing again and again and again because in the video I wanted to have the cleanest run possible. Like when I was recording the video, I wanted to make sure that the version y'all saw of these levels was as liquidy smooth as possible. Craig Nelson just super chatted $10 and said, "Thank you for showing the gameplay." Yeah, my pleasure, Craig. So I can show you. I actually have I have multiple versions of all the levels. Let's just play this though. So what you're going to see is that my goal that I tried to do in the video is that I tried to basically speed run it because Activision said that they wanted to have like less than 3 minutes of the levels shown. So my goal in the video was to try and basically run through as much of the level as possible in 3 minutes. Dude, I had so much freaking fun with this demo. You can see how much I'm slide dashing. Hackman the Master said, shout out to Simon earlier where he said Max and Shock in the same sentence. Where were you born? Or when were you born? Long ago. So this is one of the new masks. The new masks let you do different stuff. There's going to be 4 total new masks in About Time. This is the phase mask. There's a time freeze mask, which I can show you all again here in a second, and then this is the phase mask. So as you can see, every time I press triangle or R2, it flips things back and forth into the phase world. Oh, this is where I died? Yeah, I died this first time. Every time I died, I'd restart because I wanted to, when I was recording, I wanted to have one perfect run. So I wish there was a possibility to use the old Sprite skin. Yeah, dude. Actually, Don, same here. I love the classic skin the most for sure. So something I wasn't doing here very well is you have to press circle to flip to the underside of the vine. I was not doing that as much. So watch, I do it on this. No, this is the one I messed up as well. Alright, this is where I get it correct. So they actually, so I talked to the developers. The developers told me to my face that there's going to be no microtransactions now or after launch. So they straight up said that there will be like pre-order stuff. There's like a pre-order bonus thing, but other than that, I don't think there's going to be any skins. Do you think there will be a Last of Us Part 3? Yes, absolutely. Will they release this on Switch? I think they will. I think they're trying to finish this up for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 before next-gen consoles come out. What's up, Dreamcast guy? Hey there, Mad. This game, it requires some practice, but so what you'll notice here is that I got my Wampa Fruit counter. There is no lives counter, and there's a reason for that. Currently, in this time right here, I was playing it on modern mode, which gives you like infinite lives. So since you have infinite lives, you get a lot of chances to like practice stuff. No realistic fur effects. You think you're going to have Resident Evil 4 remake early? I hope so. Man, I really hope so. I got Resident Evil 7 early. I got Resident Evil 2 early. I got Resident Evil 3 early. So hopefully whenever 4 comes out, I get that one early in however many years. This game is not a dumpster fire. No, this is good. So here's the hardest part of the level is these, not these jumps, but there's a lava part coming up. You'll notice I'm doing so many slide dashes. Rip. How do you rate the Xbox event from 1 to 10? I'd give it a 4. I'd give the Xbox event a 4. Okay, so you see this is a bunch of this gameplay. I think I... So this is the hardest part of the whole level. You have to slide and dash simultaneously underneath these things while avoiding the lava. So I died a lot. Are you on Spawncast tonight? Yes, I am. How did you like Ghost of Tsushima? Well, I put up a big video of it. Dreamcast guy, I was wondering if you saw this teaser trailer. Which teaser trailer? Do you think that Ghost of Tsushima is better than Last of Us Part 2? Yes, absolutely. So, in case you didn't watch it, I did do a big review of Ghost of Tsushima right here. And holy heck, did that thing get a lot of freaking views. So, if you haven't watched it already, there is Ghost of Tsushima review. I did give it a 10 out of 10, I'll tell you right now. I very, very, very much loved the game. I'm kind of impressed that the Mario videos keeps getting views. Honestly, I didn't really know if anybody would care about Mario, and I put out that video first. But I'm happy that people are watching those reviews for sure. Oh, I can't send a link. I'll tweet it to you. Okay, Anthony, I'll keep an eye out for it. He gives it a 10. Yeah, so I gave Ghost of Tsushima a 10. I definitely like Ghost of Tsushima a lot more than Last of Us. Let me move my camera over some. Hope all is good. Very, very good. Yep. So let me show you the other gameplay clip here. Oh no, this is a bonus challenge level, and I beat it about 50 times to try and make sure that like it'd be perfect. But you don't want to watch me repeat that level a bunch. Let me pull up this. What are your thoughts on a Final Fantasy VII remake or a Final Fantasy VIII remake? Dude, I would love a Final Fantasy VIII remake. I've always kind of liked the fact that Final Fantasy VIII is so militaristic. I've always found it so fascinating about the idea of like having seed ranks and like basically being child soldiers. Like I've always found Final Fantasy VIII to be a very, very fascinating story, and we get such a tiny peek into that universe. I always thought a Final Fantasy VIII remake would be awesome. Matt Thornton just super chatted 10 euros and said, I'm sorry to say that nothing from the Microsoft show convinced me to buy an Xbox Series X. The only thing I liked was Tell Me Why, since I'm a huge fan of Don't Nod and Life is Strange. Yeah, that makes sense, Matt, for sure. Euros. Let's see here. Can't do that. There we go. I'm gonna tweet this. Think of the horror game Maid of Sker. You know what's funny is Maid of Sker. People have been telling me about Maid of Sker. The developers actually just reached out to me. Maid of Sker. Videos. Oh, I don't want to go to your stupid website. That's their website. YouTube. Here we go.
Texas area homeowners. If you have a power meter like this on the side of your house, you can get paid to go solar for no...
Shut the hell... Okay. The only Final Fantasy I want to see remade is 4. I've always been a favorite of mine. I mean, the 3D remake we got of Final Fantasy 4 on the 3DS is my opinion. That's still such a great game. Or on the DS. Okay, so let's press play on this. Okay. Boom. So this developer has actually just reached out to me recently and asked if I want to play their game, and I haven't even looked into it yet. Okay, Spooky Corpses. Does Crash 4 have 2 modes in the game? Yes, it does. The 2 modes in the game, though, are just called Retro and Modern, and as far as I can tell, the only difference is infinite lives or not. Okay, so it's got like some zombie-like monsters. So it's going to be kind of like Outlast. It's like a hide-and-seek style game. It's got some sort of breathing system. This looks cool, yeah. What's your favorite bean? I like just fat-free refried beans. That mask is cheesy, but I like it. That's very cool. Okay, super dramatic and cool. I kind of want to see what the reviews are in this game, because if it's decent, I may play it. So is it just this one main sack guy? Oh, okay, there's a bunch of these sack guys. Love your channel. Thank you so much. What would life be like without zombies? That's a good question. I was planning on switching to the Series X, but Microsoft has convinced me to stay with Sony. I miss Halo, but this Halo game looks like a 7 at best. Maid of Skur. Yeah, I'll probably check this out. I'm going to give your trailer a like. Will Obsidian's RPG be competition to Elder Scrolls? I hope so. The thing is that I think that Elder Scrolls is definitely going to be replaced at some point. You know, I think that like it eventually, like somebody's going to make a bigger and better Elder Scrolls for sure. Hey Dreamcast guy, I hope you're doing well. Yes, I'm doing very, very well. What do you think of the Tokyo game from Shinji Mikami? What do you mean? What's Shinji Mikami working on? What is he currently on? Do you think that Sony hold up? Yeah. So Triples just said in chat, do you think that Sony is holding up some games for August event? They are. For a fact, I know about some games that are coming out that are going to be revealed in August for sure. For a second, I actually forgot to tweet this stream out. Let's just... Boom. Dreamcast guy, why do you think Skyrim got all the attention? I personally think that Elder Scrolls 4 is better. I think that I think Skyrim got so much attention just because, like, everybody was so ready to see next gen tech. I think that when like Xbox 360 had been out for a bit, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 were starting to get a little bit long in the tooth, as they say. And I think people were really eager to see like something big and crazy and different. It's of Arcadia. Or why am I looking at that? Skyrim remastered. Mute that gameplay. Oh, mute your stupid commercial. Oh, great. It's Raid Shadow Legends now with over 3 skip. I think that Skyrim just, it hit the zeitgeist. You know, it's one of those things where people were just ready for that next big crazy game, and this pressed those buttons. I also think that kind of what made Skyrim fun was that it managed to be so big, like this fat soldier ass right here. Like Skyrim really managed to be like big and impressive. Are you going to get Fable? Yes, absolutely. So, before we start talking about Skyrim, before we start talking about Kojima, I actually want to do something special here. Yes, this is my real desktop background. I'm obsessed with Hellraiser. We are going to turn on... Let's see here. I'm going to turn on some Halo 3 for a second, because I want to look at Halo 3's graphics. Boot up faster, Xbox. There we go. Play Master Chief Collection. Last of Us 2 is easy game of the year. Maybe. Max, Crash will have multiplayer for 4 players. Will it? I have not heard that. Or Crash... I didn't see anything about multiplayer. I didn't hear anything about multiplayer when it comes to Crash. But I want to turn on Halo 3 because this is Halo 3 on PC. It's booting up now. It boots up on this screen, and then I'll put it over on this screen. Whoop. Come on, boot up so I can move it to the other screen. I'm sure you guys can hear that. You can't even see it yet. Ghostwire. Yeah, we're going to watch some Ghostwire stuff here in a second, folks, because they did release more stuff. They released more gameplay for Ghostwire. There we go. Boom. Okay, cool. Oh, 1 second here. Do I want to try to get my controller? I'm not gonna use a controller. I'm not gonna use a controller. I'll just use the keyboard and mouse. Any news from the new Infamous game? August. Anyone guessing Twitter Nintendo announcement for tonight and tomorrow? I don't think we're gonna hear anything else from. I don't think we're gonna hear anything else from Twitter, or we're not gonna hear anything from Nintendo for a second. I don't think. What's up, Dreamcast Guy? Hello there, Ryan. Dreamcast Guy, do you think that Phantasy Star 2 will ever come to the PlayStation 4 in the West? I do think it's possible, yeah. Do you think that if Halo launches with broken multiplayer again, Microsoft will move on from 343? I'm not sure. The big thing is that it's very difficult to replace a studio. Okay, so I've already been playing here a little bit this morning. Whoop, let's just turn that music down some, because that's kind of loud. Audio, game volume, boom, save changes. Okay, so the reason we pulled this up is because 343 made this. This is actually the Halo Master Chief Collection. This is made by 343. This is the people that are working on Halo Infinite. Now, they didn't make the original Halo 3. They made the edition that combined them all together. So this is the version that just came out on computers, and it actually has upgraded textures. This is the newest version of Halo 3. And my thing is that this is basically going, this is kind of what Halo Infinite looks like, in my opinion. Like, why the hell am I running? What? Oh, that's where. Let me get my. Come here, save me, people. Oh, you hit me with a car. Bitch. Got to run things for stream. Thanks so much for watching, Craig. What's up, Dreamcast Guy? I personally think that Halo 3 looks like the best graphics of OG Xbox. Yeah. Well, so that, and I do think that this is still a close representation to what I think that Halo Infinite is going to look like. Like, yes, it kind of sucks that it's going to be matching the graphical fidelity of a game this old, but I do think that this is what Halo Infinite is basically going to look like. You shield. What's funny is that, if anything, I still think the shimmer effects and stuff, the world still looks more alive in Halo 3 than it does in Halo Infinite. Get out of here. Get out of here. This looks better than Halo Infinite, says Wow. Oh. Hey, buddy. Oh, I blew your clothes off. What the hell is stuck in my eyeball? Look at this. That's the real graphics, everybody. Look at that. This looks, oh. Look at this little dude just vibrating. I mean, graphically, this still isn't super impressive. I mean, obviously this came out in 2006. How good can it actually look? If you hit me with that, I swear to God, I will blow your fucking head off. But I still think that the detail and stuff, I mean, ironically, this 14-year-old game, in certain aspects, does look better than Infinite. That aim, yeah. I've never played Halo on PC, I'm sorry. So, and also, my mouse has this weird thing where I can press a button to increase and decrease the sensitivity of my mouse, and sometimes accidentally bump it while I'm trying to aim. Bro, I'm playing Fallout 4, and there is this little boy I found in the fridge, and he annoys the shit out of me. How do I get rid of him? I don't know, bro. Just shut the fridge and leave him in there. Kids love being frozen. Dreamcast guy, will you be buying and reviewing Skater XL? Probably not. Well, I mean, I may purchase it, but I don't think that I'm going to review it. I still think that the lighting effects in this, ironically, I think that like that turret looks better here than it does in Infinite. I think it's so funny how these guys just get naked when you hit them. What type of graphics card do you have? I don't think my computer sucks. My computer is only made to edit videos. I don't really game on my PC for sure. This is just for like now I stream on it a little bit, but this was just made to edit videos. Little jerks. Do you ever feel like turning on your Halo squad? Yeah, look at this idiot. Did that guy say he's fully wigged out? Reviewed Skater XL versus Tony Hawk. I'm excited for the Tony Hawk remake for sure. I hope they fix the graphics in time, but if not, if it's not ready now, it shouldn't launch. I mean, so that's the main question for chat that I seriously want to pitch to y'all. Theoretically, let's just say, what if Halo Infinite isn't ready? Let's just say, what if Halo Infinite is super, 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 super far from done? Would you want it to be delayed? And I mean that as a serious question. What if Halo Infinite needs another year of development? Do you think it'd be okay for them to drop a game that has all the multiplayer, correct servers, a full campaign, no microtransactions, and something that makes it interesting and spicy, like some sort of like esports element? Do you think that they could get away with waiting a year? Mr. Pete 1985 just super chatted $5 and says, have the Crash 4 devs said anything about PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X updates for current gen releases? They haven't, and I actually asked them. I asked them directly, and anytime I asked the Crash 4 developers about future consoles or Switch, the guy just kept saying, currently we're only focused on the consoles we've announced. So I think right now they're not allowed to talk about next stuff. Halo Infinite has been in development for over 5 years already. I feel like a year wouldn't be able to improve the game enough to make it a masterpiece. They definitely should wait. 1 year, that's a long time. You know, Kira in chat, that's a great point, is that a year, like in internet time, a year is a long freaking time. Are these idiots crashing into each other? I think I hear those. They literally dumped the car over. These guys are so stupid. I'm sorry. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Dreamcast guy is sitting on Crash 4 until I hear about next gen. I'm definitely going to get Crash 4 at launch, but honestly, part of that is the fact that I want to review it. It already looks and plays and is so clean. I don't really know what a next gen version of it would do. If Dreamcast guy becomes a millionaire, I'm going to roast him. I definitely deserve it. Do you love Paper Mario? I liked Paper Mario. I didn't exactly love it, but, you know. It's like a war between Spartans and the American military. Yeah, so the budget apparently for Halo Infinite is $500 million. $500 million. $500 million. And it looks like this game, which came out 14 years ago. You know what? So we're going to quit out of this. Boom. There we go. Let's pull up some Halo Infinite gameplay. There we go. Halo Infinite gameplay. Do you think that Crash 4 will have microtransactions? No. So the developer straight up told me like that it wouldn't. If it does have microtransactions, I think that there will be a very, very big and very vocal boycott. Like that's the thing, is that they're in a place now where they can't put microtransactions into it. If they try and put microtransactions into Crash, it's going to flop. Yeah, so Masuko in chat, this is something I've heard a lot, is out of the 5 years of development that have gone into Halo Infinite, I think that most of it went into building the engine, and they're now working on the game. Yeah, which is unfortunate. So, like, everybody always says this, the early start of this looks great. I mean, the fact that you can look at Master Chief's armor in super 4K, and it's, like, practically real life, that's cool. And then you actually get into the game, and here's the part that I think has the pop in that everybody talks about. Let's watch this. That grapple hook to me still just doesn't look fun. Like, something about that grapple hook seems so like cheesy. The idea of like just gently grabbing people. Dreamcast guy is trying so hard for people around the world to feel bad for him for not having a bed to sleep in donating. I think you're trying to roast me, Cyberpunk, but I legitimately don't have a bed, and I don't care if people donate or not. People literally ask me the best way to donate, so I put links for them sometimes. Even if somebody donated like $1,000 right now, I probably wouldn't buy a bed. I don't really care about having a bed. It's cheesy, but it looks fine. Yeah, I won't say that this looks bad. Like, here's the part that most people seem to love, but this is like the part that I just don't. Like, this scrappy dash jump, like, yeeting freaking grunts, you know? So the weird thing is, if you read the Halo books, Master Chief weighs like 2 tons? How is a guy who weighs 2 tons grapple hooking himself towards stuff? I feel like, if anything, it'd be like Scorpion. It'd be like stabbing people and yanking them into you for like a melee attack. Microsoft is slowly transitioning from consoles to game services, hence why they promote heavily on Games Pass. Yeah. Bro, you need a bed, LOL. Yeah, I mean, I'll get a bed someday. So my thing is, I don't care about having a bed. I don't mind sleeping on the floor. I've slept on the floor almost my entire life. I slept in a closet as a kid. I do not care about having a bed. So the only reason I ever buy beds is if I'm dating a girl, and sometimes girls demand I get a bed. And that's it. I don't care. Like there. See, now he's pulling objects towards him again. Like, that's an interesting thing right there. Grabbing something from the environment and then weaponizing it. Series X is the new Atari VCS. We'll see. I'm surprised that you can't yank the Brute's weapon of him going berserk. Yeah. I love sleeping on the floor. Yeah. Something about this still just seems, I don't know, clunk. Like, I'll be honest, I do not like that the flying grapple thing. I don't like every time, like, Master Chief sees one guy, and he grapple hooks and hops, and then as soon as Master Chief does it, he's just like, woo, woo, I'm Master Chief. Like, it looks dumb. Like, straight up, it does not look cool. Hey there, Zepperu. How's it going, man? What's up, Bretta? Love to see you live. Thank you so much. Dreamcast guy is floor gang. Yeah, for sure. I mean, anybody who hasn't slept on the floor, it's kind of nice. I've been sleeping on the floor like my entire life. I dig it. Okay, so let's skip to... Is this the elevator part that has all the pop-in? Oh no, this is the cheesy speech, isn't it? Yeah. I do not want to watch that cheesy speech. Okay, so I'm going to put this on slow-mo here, because everybody talks about this pop-in. And honestly, it never really was super apparent to me. We're going to watch it at 25% speed. The best thing about the Microsoft presentation is that every game they showed will have Games Pass day one. That's incredible in my opinion. Yeah, for sure. Dreamcast guy in the Sorcerer's Stone. Limited Time Gamer Alaska just super chatted $5 and said, Xbox did nothing to bring me in. Went PlayStation after I red ringed. Keep up the good work. Thanks so much, man. Okay. I'm going to mute that. So here's where everybody says that apparently there's crazy pop-in of clouds. Oh my god, look at that pop-in! Whoa! I didn't notice that before. Oh, I'm gonna... That pop-in is kind of crazy. Let's see an instant replay of that, boys. Okay. Go 1.5 speed. Look at these mountains popping in. I just think it's so weird. Look at that. Oh my god, that looks so weird. The fact that they like treated this like somebody approved this. You know, somebody watched this, like an executive position person looked at this footage and went absolutely epic. Like, put that out there. I still think that it's cool to see like the classic like giant halo ring up on the horizon and stuff. Just that is not super good there. Let's see, where's that? Let's go to the Xbox YouTube channel, The Medium Gameplay. Why make new systems if this is what they're coming up with? Yeah, so the main excuse I've seen a lot of people saying is that, well, that's not really the Xbox One X. That was just, you know, that was just a theoretical. That was a PC. Like, somehow it's supposed to be better that it's running on a PC instead of the fact that it's like running on a console. Let's see here. Dreamcast guy, you know why girls demand a bed, right? Why do they demand a bed? Please explain to me how sex works. Oops. Oh god, what did I do? Oh, I gotta say the stupid Shields freaking... Oh my god, is this... I'm not gonna make the joke. He was holding a golf club. I almost made a Last of Us joke.
Welcome to Shields.
We look forward to welcoming you to our first Shield store in Texas.
Shut up. Old stuff according to 343. Looks like footage. Well, so I don't like the excuse of people saying it's old footage, because I still feel like it being old footage is not a great excuse if that's supposed to be your best thing. Like, if I show up to work drunk and I have my what do I have here? I've got my staple gun. So I've got my staple gun and I'm at work and I'm staple gunning stuff down and I'm drunk and I staple gun down my hand. I can't use the excuse, oh, well, I mean, that wasn't really my true work ethic. I was drunk. You know, I feel like making the excuse of, well, that wasn't really our game. Our game was like, you know, our game was good, but it's an old build. Yeah, old footage is even worse. Saint Jin Han says, your channel rocks, appreciate you. Well, I appreciate that, Han. Thank you. All right, so here's one. I actually want everybody to seriously check this out. Mega. Oh, Mac Mega. That's a good name. Donated $3 via Streamlabs. By the way, the Streamlabs link, I always prefer people use that. If you donate via Super Chat, Google takes a bunch of that. If you Streamlabs it, I actually get the money. Mac Mega donated $3 and said, if my friends never played OG Final Fantasy VII, should he play the 3-disc PlayStation 1 or the Nintendo Switch version? Yes. Mac Mega, I like the Nintendo Switch version of Final Fantasy VII is great. The PlayStation 4 version is also very, very great. I made a video about it a long, long time ago. Let's see here. Pull up my own YouTube channel. Or I guess I can actually pull up the raw. Let's see here. Back work, search keyword, FF7. God, I've made a lot of videos about Final Fantasy VII. Let's see here. Port of the PC version made for consoles with a few... there we go. Mute my own voice there. There we go. Okay. So, I still think that Final Fantasy VII, this is the port that they put on PlayStation 4 and the version that they put onto Nintendo Switch has like cheat codes and stuff. And honestly, I think they cleaned it up really well. Like these HDified backgrounds, like of course this isn't as good as the Final Fantasy VII remake, but dang do I love it. I still think that this is the best version of the original version of Final Fantasy. So if you're wanting to play the original, like OG Final Fantasy VII, and you want to see what it's all about, these new versions of it are honestly so cleaned up. Is there no weapons in the medium game? I think that there's going to be magic weapons. Okay, so now that we're done talking about Final Fantasy for a second, let's look at this. I'm sorry, my nose always itches. Okay. Infinity Bad, it's supposed to be at least 10 years. Runs on Xbox One, VCR. Yeah, we'll see what it looks like. Dreamcast guy, did you see that new Jet Set Radio? Yeah. A new Jet Set Radio game is looks really good. Okay, so... this is about 3.5 minutes of basically raw gameplay. It's allergies. I also think I get nervous on camera. A lot of times my nose won't itch all day. I'll be totally fine. And then I get on camera and it becomes like a nervous habit of like, it's weird to me that, you know, over 300 people are watching me right now. So it makes my nose itch. But let's look at this.
Psychological horror game
that
plays out across two realities, our world and the spirit world.
God, this looks so cool.
Thanks to the power of the hardware, you will be able to play in both worlds at the same time. Let's see how it works in action.
So, this is what's funny to me is that, in my opinion, this is the best display of Xbox Series X.
Marianne is searching the manager's office. We render two fully fledged and visibly different worlds simultaneously, so you can.
So I think that this is actually gameplay. Like when we're playing it, this isn't a simulation of both worlds. This is actually what the gameplay is going to look like.
Explore the physical and the spirit version of the room at the same time, with no loadings at all. Thanks to the medium sense.
So she investigates.
Passage behind the cabinet.
So we still haven't seen any combat, but we are seeing that a lot of it is going to be like investigation. I think it's going to be very heavy on puzzles, like old school Silent Hill. Like most of Silent Hill, like Silent Hill 1 and 2 were mostly puzzles.
Let's see how we can use the interactions between the realities to open the entrance.
This is medium. This is the medium. This is basically going to be, this is Xbox's version of Silent Hill.
Hand, I realized it was a junction between realities. Is that Thomas? There. Looks like a passage.
Next gen will be so overpriced, we're going to be paying for ray tracing. Just give me that native 4K and 120
frames. I can absorb
frames.
some of that energy.
Energy spots like this one.
SSDs don't do that. It's all marketing, basic game design. Yeah.
Okay, let's rewind to the opening.
So I have a theory about this game. This is the medium. The medium looks really cool. I'm super excited for it because obviously I'm a big fan of stuff that's, you know, spooky, creepy, crawly. I have a theory that the combat is all going to be in the spirit world. So watch right here. She like flips out of, she has what they call the out-of-body experience. So you stop controlling the other universe. You're only in the spirit realm now.
Still can get in.
So now she starts walking
Marianne's
around.
unique psychic ability, the out-of-body, lets her leave her physical self to explore the spirit world
I
more
think
freely.
that the combat is going to be in the spirit world. And if you look at her arm, see, she has this special looking arm. There we go, boom. This arm exists like this. It doesn't exist like that in the other world. I think that she's going to probably have some sort of like magic or some sort of shooting, which makes it very cool to me. I'm very excited for this game.
Another of your powers is the Spirit Blast.
So yeah, this is what I think is going to be an attack. My
You can use
Spirit
this energy
Blast!
against hostiles simultaneously. Nations. And you will never know which word will draw you in next.
I'm going to play the hell out of that game. Did you play Crisis Remastered? No, I'm not. So I think that this game is going to be an exclusive to the Xbox Series X for the first year or so. I'm sure some movie company is going to copy this concept. Yeah, this is probably coming out on PC. I think they've already... Yeah, actually it says right here. Xbox Series X and PC digital. Holds data, maybe a paging file, loads up data to RAM. SSDs have been on PC since about 1850. Is this medium? If it is, why didn't they show this at the event? They showed Tetris. Yeah, honestly, I think that this would have been a much better display. You know, I think this would have been like a cleaner showing.
Thomas?
Like, this is a better representation of why you need the Xbox Series X.
He's a fan favorite.
Jesus, I hate these commercials. Ghostwire Tokyo gameplay.
Definitely has not left the building. This is...
I mean, if you're getting PlayStation 5, I still think that, like, from what we've seen, it does seem like even though the Xbox Series X has a lot more, like, processing power, somehow it just looks like PlayStation 5 games, they look better to me. Like, am I crazy? These graphically, these look better to me. If you think Destiny 2 died, you're dumb. I don't. I don't think that Destiny 2 died. Actually, everybody talks about how Destiny 2 has like crazy record-breaking concurrent numbers. I don't think that anybody believes that Destiny 2 died. All Xbox Series X games are coming to PC. Yeah, for sure. And the other thing is definitely just that like Xbox Series X, I think that like the thing with Xbox Series X is it's no longer made to be a platform. You know, like Xbox Series X is just a Microsoft option. So this is the new Shinji Mikami game.
Hear threats, others don't.
So I think that this game looks so cool. My only issue is what I'm going to show you here in a second, which is the fighting.
When others won't.
The fighting looks like it's going to be straight up like shooting Kamehameha magic and stuff.
It's up to you
Like,
to save Tokyo.
so look, I don't Like energy blasts, he's shooting at like a fire arrow. Like the arrow's cool. I don't like magic in horror games. It's a personal thing of mine, but like I don't like magic in horror games. Blitz 7094 just donated $10 via super chat and said, "Hey Dreamcast guy, my favorite trilogy was Splinter Cell 1, 2, Chaos Theory for the first Xbox. My other favorite trilogy is Dead Space. What's your favorite trilogy? Gears of War." So, dude, great picks. I still think the original Splinter Cell trilogy, I'm glad I was old enough to appreciate that. So those were coming out as I was in high school. I played Splinter Cell 1, 2, and 3 at launch, and they blew me away. And then I had that again with Dead Space. Dead Space 1, 2, and 3 really blew me away. But I think one of the trilogies that really blew me away was, actually, I have it right here. Let me grab it. It is, because they re-released it. They re-released it. I'm very glad they re-released it, but Dot Hack GU. BioShock Trilogy is a good pick. I like the BioShock Trilogy, but in my opinion, BioShock 1 and BioShock 3 are super good, and BioShock 2 is kind of the wet mayonnaise in the middle. But this is still, let me increase my camera size here, one of my favorite trilogies, and they made it all into one cheap game if you want it. Dot Hack GU. It's these 3 games in here. It's Dot Hack Rebirth, Reminiscence, and Redemption. It's basically, you play as this guy named Haseo, trying to fight a bunch of players inside of this like fake MMO. It has an interesting story that people start dying in the game and dying in real life. Super cool, super long, and I like that one of the things they did is in it, each of the games came out, I think, 6 months apart. And what you would do is you'd play the game, and then when you beat it, you took your save file and you put it into the next game, and it kept carrying over. So it's so freaking good. I always thought that it was like an interesting way of making it where you have something to do in the game as you wait for the next game. Will you be on the Spawncast tonight? Yeah. Gamer Dude says, "Dreamcast guy, I love your streams. They help me keep my mind off what's going around in the world. They're so fun to watch." Thank you so much, Gamer Dude. All right. Like, see, the magic. So that's the thing is, like, I think this monster design, this is Shinji Mikami. Shinji Mikami is the guy who invented Resident Evil. And then after he invented Resident Evil, he's been working on other projects. This is like some of his solo stuff. He did Evil Within. This monster design, like, obviously that's like the quiet people, and here's like a cool Japanese ghost, and oh look, it's a spooky nurse. But then the fact that he walks up and starts like
Tokyo.
Batman Arkham series is a great trilogy. True. Okay, but this is Ghostwire Tokyo. Alright, Gaming Station, I have to ban you from the channel because you're literally spamming Play Destiny. Jeez, dude, okay, seriously, ban from channel. Jesus Christ. What a fucking cringe lord. Could you imagine liking a game so much that you go into a live stream and go, "Play Destiny 2, play Destiny 2, play Destiny 2, play Destiny 2, play Destiny 2. Oh my god. Some gaming communities are like that. There's some gaming communities where it's like, you either love the game or you fucking die. Dark Souls trilogy. See, the problem I have with the Dark Souls trilogy is the same problem I have with BioShock, which is that BioShock 1 is great, BioShock 3 is great, BioShock 2 is alright. And then I feel the same way about Dark Souls. Dark Souls 1 is fantastic, Dark Souls 3 is fantastic, Dark Souls 2 is kind of, you know. is YouTube not allowing gameplay videos anymore. I made a gameplay video of GTA San Andreas, and I got a copyright claim because of the in-game radio. Music is what cuts copyrighted the most. You get copyright strikes constantly for music. Something you'll notice is that in all of my videos, I never use game music ever. I always use my own custom royalty-free stuff or music that friends have made for me, like the Dreamcast Guy theme song. Like here, let's play that.
There is a shortage of 500,000
God, I hate these stupid loud ads.
Intelligence professionals. Keeping this in
like this song, this is something a DJ friend of mine wrote. And I do that because there's so much copyright BS on YouTube. So that's why in all of my videos, I never, ever, ever use the music.
Didn't do very well in combat, especially during some of the later missions.
This is an old Final
The main
Fantasy game
focus
I
in
reviewed.
Final Fantasy Explorers is taking on quests that.
Okay. Dreamcast Guy, have you played Shadows of the Damned? It's also by Shinji Mikami. Yes, I have played Shadows of the Damned. I actually own Shadows of the Damned. I own Shadows of the Damned on Xbox 360. YouTube is making all that money on those ads. Yeah, Blitz 7094 just super chatted $5 and said, Bioshock, that was okay trilogy. I asked because I was no, and I mean no good trilogies this gen. Oh, yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't understand your question. Blitz is saying that there's no good trilogies this generation. I see what you're saying. You're right. Let me think. What's a great trilogy this generation? I mean, I guess the biggest trilogy, there have been some good series this generation. Like, honestly, I think Yakuza has gotten to be amazing this generation. Like, just for fun, let me put up, I'll put up my Judgment. I'll put up my Judgment review muted just so we can have some Judgment gameplay. Mute. There we go. Stuff like this really manages to push the boundaries of gaming. It manages to be big and crazy and awesome and deep. But you're right in that there haven't really been any trilogies. It's weird that, like, last generation we got stuff like Mass Effect and Bioshock. I wonder why that is. I think it's just that so many of these studios now, they're not as concerned about, like, they're not as concerned about sequelization. Like, everybody wants to have one game that gets like 20 expansion packs. How about the Call of Duty trilogy? Masiko, you know you're a bad person. You're bad. The Tomb Raider trilogy? Actually, okay, that's pretty true. Are you voting for Kanye? Do you play mobile games? No, I don't play any mobile games at all. I know that there's some good mobile games. People actually get super pissed at me when I say I don't play mobile games. Like, straight up, sometimes I'll stumble upon like a comment section on like some forum and they're like, Dreamcast Guy hates cell phones. It's like, I just don't like cell phone games. Maybe Final Fantasy VII Remake will be a trilogy. Oh yeah, Uncharted was the last generation. I love Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 so much. Like, there have been some amazing games, but I just don't think, like, there's no trilogies this generation. Did you play Xenosaga? Yes, I did play Xenosaga. I always wanted to find there's a version of Xenosaga that they only released in Japanese. That was like an abbreviated version of Xenosaga 1 and 2. And I've always wanted to see that. Don't you guys have phones? There have been so many good games that when you get old and people ask what were popular, you're going to say Fortnite, Roblox, and Minecraft. Nintendo is better than PlayStation. If you had to pick a Naughty Dog game that isn't the first Last of Us, what would you say is your favorite? I really like Uncharted 2. a lot. I like Uncharted 2 a lot. I'm trying to think of another one. I guess I'd also say, actually, if I had to say a favorite Naughty Dog game that's not The Last of Us, it'd probably be Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. I was a bit surprised when you downplayed the Shin Megami Tensei 5 and Nocturne announcements in your review of the Nintendo Direct Mini because you are an RPG fan. I just thought that Direct Mini was a little bit too many. I didn't mean to come off as like negative towards Nocturne or anything. It was just a matter of like, I just don't super care for, I don't know. Shin Megami is so far away. I like Shin Megami Tensei a lot. I'm more of a Persona guy, personally, but I still think that the series is good. I don't know. I'll be excited when I play them. I'm not sure if I'm excited for an announcement. I want to do Jak and Daxter. Yeah. I can hardly even remember the Jak and Daxter games, to be honest. Actually, I feel bad. Naughty Dog sent me, didn't they release like a Jak and Daxter collection or something? They sent it to me and I installed it. I don't think I ever played it a single time. Dreamcast guy, should I get Fallout 3 or New Vagina first? Get Fallout 3. I like Fallout 3 a lot. Vegas is good, but I think Vegas is harder. I don't know. I like Fallout 3 more as a game. I think Fallout 3 is better balanced. New Vegas is funnier for sure. I do Dino Crisis, yeah, for sure. God, I wrote such a long review. Jesus Christ, how did I get 12 minutes out of this? Oh yeah, it's when I started talking about all the mini games. Oh no, actually put that. Oh no, I put that footage in there. God, that's so bad of me. I try and edit around that stuff. Jesus. Have you tried Dreams in VR yet? It's amazing. I recreated Outrun and Space Harrier. No, I haven't. I have it though. I have PSVR and I have Dreams, so maybe I should. Yeah, there was like a rumor of what was it called? Fallout Anniversary, right? Fallout Anniversary 3 anniversary. What is this? There was rumors that they were going to be putting something out on the Switch, and yeah, I guess that never happened. How is the Dot Hack series? Any reviews? They're pretty good. I think my buddy, High Level Reviews. This is my buddy. Probably shouldn't say his real name, but he's a great dude. And he did a fantastic video about... I think it was like his first video, wasn't it? Dot Hack. God, this guy's been making videos forever. There we go, Dot Hack. That's the original Dot Hack games, but they're good. There's the original 4 games, and then they did a trilogy.
We've given you a 40-cent raise, Peyton. Congratulations. I can still picture that exact moment when
Oh my god.
Continue to build the world around requires that you master a sometimes clumsy camera to keep vision on. Usually different.
I like all these games for sure. Dreamcast guy, I have a serious question. 5 days ago, you had no beard. In 3 days, you got a beard. Explain this witchcraft. Do I have? Let's full screen it, boys. I do have a tiny bit of facial hair. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. The main thing is that, like, sometimes people in the comment section will be like, oh my god, you look so dumb with facial hair. But then when I'm talking to girls are like, you should grow facial hair. And let me tell you, women with vaginas completely rule my life. Let's see here. Beard cast guy. Do you care about backward compatibility? I like backward compatibility. I think that I am unique in that I love backward compatibility because I have a gigantic video game collection. I have physical games across generations, but also I am in the unique position that I record a lot of gameplay. I like being able to constantly, just capture footage and capture footage and capture footage. Like, I am incredibly privileged to do this, of course, but also I just think it's nice to be able to have one system. Like, I can just turn on my Xbox and plug it into a capture card and record Sega CD in HD, or like Gears of War, or even going back to something like Mech Assault, Jason Hubbard just super chatted $5 and said, I wonder what gimmick Shin Megami Tensei 5 will have to stand out. I don't even know. Honestly, I think that they should try and market Shin Megami Tensei. Oh God, why do I keep stuttering over my words? Shin Megami Tensei 5, if they're smart, they'll advertise it very similar in fashion to the way that they advertised Persona 5. I think if they really try and exemplify what makes it cool and unique and fun, they'll get more attention for sure. Hey Dreamcast guy, do you think we'll see a new Sly Cooper? I don't think Sly Cooper is ever coming back. Matt Thornton just super chatted 10 euros and said, I'm enjoying Ghost of Tsushima. My only nitpicks at the moment are that it seems like there are a lot of cut corners in animations and it's not as cinematic as I had hoped, but still a lot of fun to play. I'm loving Ghost of Tsushima. I'm very, very, very close to my platinum trophy. I have to find a little bit more of the foxholes. I've already beaten the main story. I have all the upgrades. There's like a trophy for maxing out your sword. I've already done some of the special stuff, like when the maximum amount of standoff kills. I've done all the duels. I think the only thing I have left, actually, the last thing I need to do in Ghost of Tsushima is all the side quests. I've already cleared the map. I killed all the Mongols. I got every camp. I got all the records. Don't you mean Shin Megami Tensei? Yeah, have y'all not seen? I have to pull it up. I love it so much. Review Tech USA. Those videos. This man absolutely slaughters the word. Oh my god. Any news from Konami games? The only news from Konami games is that it's crazy they still exist. Okay, here it is. Are y'all ready? This is it. This is the absolute worst slaughtering of Shin Megami that's ever happened.
Will it suck? I don't know. Knowing 2K, it probably will. Meh. Maybe I'll have fun with it. It's a multiplayer game. It might be nice to play with friends. Who knows? And Nintendo saved the biggest announcement for last, and that's going to be Atlus's PlayStation 2 game, Shin Megami Tensei for last, and that's going to be Atlus's PlayStation 2 game, Shin Megami Tensei 3 or Tensei 3 Nocturne. That'll be getting his PlayStation 2 game, Shin Megami Tensei 3.
I love you, Rich. If somehow you see this video, oh my god. Shin Megami Tensei or Tensei.
It's going to be Atlus's PlayStation 2 game, Shin Megami Tensei.
I like that you hear him take that little breath before it. Like, this is it. I gotta say the word. Shin Megami Tensei. Oh my god. I love it so much. All right, one more, boys. We gotta do it one more time.
Nintendo saved the biggest announcement for last.
This is the biggest announcement. That's why it had to be last.
And that's going to be Atlus's PlayStation 2 game, Shin Megami Tensei 3.
Shin Megami Tensei.
Or Tensei 3 Nocturne.
Oh, that's right. And then he butchers it again here in a second, right?
The announcement was for Shin Megami Tensei 5, which is...
Shin Megami Tensei 5! Shin Megami. Dreamcast guy, I'm about to start Ghost of Tsushima. Any tips? One of the main tips I'd have if you're just starting Ghost of Tsushima is I would actually say do the main story first. The main story of Ghost of Tsushima is about 15 hours, and you get a lot of good upgrades to your armor. And then after you do that, you can go back and do all the side quests and upgrade your weapons and stuff. Personally, I had the most fun doing the entire main story and then going back, for sure. Game graphics these days are so realistic that it's almost impossible to differ between that and a real-life image. Will graphics get even better from now on? I think that they will. Like, PS5 tech demo.
Our people do not know how to be
like even this ad's graphics are amazing.
They are torn apart by opinions.
Torn apart by opinions.
They will hate you, Diego. Call you evil.
Games should only have trilogies.
Are you evil?
I'm gonna skip past these dudes talking.
Some of the key features of what it's all about. Art that just works. And we call this new technology.
I mean, this stuff, I think that the real future is stuff like this that's like stylized. Because she is not going for realism. Like, if you notice, this is what a human looks like. Zepperu, you're bad. Look at that in chat. Shin Mega Me Tonsillitis. These environmental details, though, like this does almost look like a photograph.
The demo runs on our Chaos.
Shut the hell up, you cringy. So, like, this stuff right here, I think that gameplay graphics we're reaching that point, you know? I think that we're reaching that plateau where they're gonna, I think the next frontier is going to be load times and frame rates. Because this game looks great. Like, obviously this isn't a real game, it's a demonstration, but like, as good as this looks, there's still those probably hidden load screens. There's probably stuff in this like texturing and stuff that needs to make tiny sacrifices. I think the next revolution to graphics isn't going to be, it's not going to be more pixels. It's not going to be more refinement. I honestly think it's going to be zero load times, and I think it's going to be like more steps that just make it where the games run at like 200 frames a second. Do you play Monster Rancher games? No, I don't. I'm loving Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, sorry. Michael Vertres just super chatted $5 and said, I'm loving Ghost of Tsushima because of its great reviews and buzz surrounding the game. Do you believe there's a chance for a sequel on PlayStation 5? The way I'll phrase it is, I bet that there probably wasn't plans for Ghost of Tsushima being a sequel. And then I think that it sold so much, they're probably going to make it a sequel. Honestly, what was that? Ghost of Tsushima. It like just Ghost of Tsushima. Highest PS4s ever. Look at that. So highest PS4 user score ever on Metacritic. But what's the other thing was sales? That was it. It was like just had some sales record. Ghost of Tsushima sets PS4 sales record with 2.4 million copies sold in 3 days. That's like, what, 800,000 copies a day. I need load times to stuff my face with Doritos. That's true. That's true. I'm excited for Avowed. Yeah, that looks good. Cyberpunk 2077 in chat just said Ghost of Tsushima, Cyberpunk, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, Mafia 1 and 2 remake. These are the only games worth purchasing so far that are upcoming for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 Pro. Wild Rift. GTA 5 trilogy. You're bad for that. Somebody in chat said that they think that this might be almost a response to The Last of Us Part 2. I mean, Last of Us Part 2... Jesus. So this sold 4 million copies in its first, 3 days. Jesus Christ. So God of War also sold, this sold what? 2.4 million copies. I mean, I still think that this sold extremely well, but I do think that you're right that maybe there is a certain demographic of PlayStation gamers who saved the $60 that they would have spent on Last of Us to buy this instead. No good platformers. It's the end of video games. We've needed a good Japanese game like Ghosts for so long. Yeah, I mean, this certainly scratches an itch in my opinion. I'm a big fan of Ghost of Tsushima. I'm a huge fan of I'm a super big fan of just Japanese mythology and stuff for sure. I'm glad that PlayStation went for the fast SSD now. Yeah, for sure. For a new IP, it sold so damn well, it'll probably get a sequel. I think it will for sure. Oh, so I wanted to look at this. I was going to make this into a video this morning. I ended up not making it a video. I filmed something that I'm going to put up tomorrow, but Hideo Kojima in talks with horror mangaka Junji Ito to develop a new game. This is a big freaking deal. This is a very, 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 very big deal. Even if you don't know who Junji Ito is, Junji Ito is considered by a lot of people to be one of the best horror masters of all time, especially in Japan. I am actually wearing a Junji Ito shirt as I do the stream. This is my Junji Ito shirt. He likes to do a lot of body horror, lots of warping and manipulation. So let's look at this. Hideo Kojima in talks with horror mangaka Junji Ito to develop new game. Hideo Kojima is working on a new horror game and wants prolific horror mangaka Junji Ito to help out. This is according to Ito himself, who briefly spoke on the matter in an interview during Comic-Con 2020. I do know director Kojima. We've been in conversation that he may have a horror-based game that he may be doing, and so he's invited me to work on that, but there are no details on it yet. Oh my lord. He made the Spirals manga called Uzumaki. This is nuts. Sadly, that melted cheese face is not scary. Sadly, nothing further has been revealed about Kojima's new horror game, but thankfully, the rumor mill's been healthily churning out plenty of material to speculate. But first, let's start with the facts. Ito is actually the artist Kojima originally wanted as the concept artist for PT, but the project was scrapped before he ever drew a sketch. So, in case you've never seen this, PT demo teaser. Okay, so we're going to watch this super spooky thing here in a second. Xbox sucks. Junji Ito is amazing. Silent Hill sequel or PT horror game possibility. Junji and Hideo should do Onimusha. Elvin, that's actually a great idea. Okay, so this is something that a lot of people don't talk about. It's only in 720p, but originally... the rumor is that basically when Hideo Kojima wanted to make Silent Hills, he was like, okay, I have this idea. It's going to be a good horror game. It's going to be spooky. It's going to be great. It's going to like freak you out. They made this. What you're about to see, this is essentially a concept, as they say at the top. It's a concept movie. The idea behind it is that this is supposed to be capturing the essence of Silent Hills. This is what Silent Hills would have been. And basically, he made this to convince Konami to let them make it. So this is the teaser. So obviously it's got like spooky kids playing music and stuff, and like, oh, look at that ball. Oh, I sure hope that ball has a good day. Oh, it's actually a head that spits out centipedes. Like, oh, I'm not going to that room. That's the centipede room for sure. So there's some toys going to play. It's a TikTok teaser. I like all these creepy toys just playing with themselves. I love all these bloody handprints on the door and stuff. And so this is basically where the beginning of the playable teaser starts. Because think about, like, a lot of these elements, this is still very much like the elements that are captured in the PT demo that we got, the playable teaser. And then it gets all blurry and spooky. Silent Hills. Is this a CGI concept for Toy Story? So this game obviously got canceled, but the rumor is, especially when you see this like body horror and stuff, this is what oh shit. Like, this is the kind of stuff specifically that Junji Ito works on. That's what this guy's speciality is. So the fact that Hideo Kojima is now talking to Junji Ito again about making some sort of horror game, I think it's going to be like this. I think that this is very much what the game is going to be. Vegan horror. I prefer third-person horror titles. Any thoughts on the new PUBG season? Let's see. PUBG is cool. PUBG season. What are we up to? 14? Jesus. Season 14? Jesus Christ. Best gameplay. Season 14, 33 solo kills. Ooh, yeah, Cyberpunk.
City of endless.
I'm in a spot now where I don't really care about PUBG. Like look at this is the trailer for PUBG, and what is it? It's all microtransaction stuff. Like, oh, here's a new skin you could buy. Oh, here's a store for all your skins. Check out these gun skins. Oh, those are emotes. Actually, you know what? I'm probably gonna get banned for that naked girl. Season 14 is mobile. Season 8 is on PC. Yep, that still looks like PUBG to me. Here's more skins and more emotes. ZZZ PUBG, yeah. I mean, PUBG was fun 3 or 4 years ago when it came out, but, you know, PUBG got left behind by Warzone and Fortnite. Honestly surprised people still play it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Warzone for sure. Have you ever watched Stone Mountain 64 on PC? Or ever watched Stone Mountain 64 on YouTube? I don't think I have. How to Waste 12 Teraflops would be a better name. Dreamcast guy, should I buy Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball? I never played it before. I'm gonna hate myself. Oh, Scott the Woz covered it. Oh god, I don't, that's gonna be bad. Oh, god.
Here's another challenge.
Dad, what are you doing?
I'm TikToking.
Where can you find something
Jesus
crunchy?
Christ. I mean, there's a very specific group that likes this game, and I can't quite put my finger on why they like this game so much. Dreamcast guy, you know what, I probably should be sitting here. It's going to make the preview thumbnail this stuff. People are going to think I'm looking at freaking lewds. I'm going to spend some time on this island as a human. I'm just going to... All right, guys, here we go. We're going to get those... I'm going to get those engagement numbers, all right? I know how to get those donations. I know how to get those super chats. The best way to do it... All right. Make my shirt into a nice little bikini. All right, guys. It's time for Dead or Alive. This is the real Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. Are you guys ready for the biggest sports? Today I'm just going to go in there and I'm just going to go, oh, I hit the balls. Ah. There we go. This is it. This is what everybody wants. The true engagement. It'd be funny if right as I did this, it'd be funny if like the number, like concurrent viewers dropped down to like 20. Oh my god. Volleyball fans. Yes, volleyball fans are the people that love this. Now do it as a human. Oh god. Can we buy your bathwater? What's going on here? Oh god. Jesus Christ. If my wife walks in, yeah, right then your wife walks in and I'm like, hey David, this is what you want, right David? How does he know how to do that so quickly? Top 5 favorite SpongeBob episodes? I don't remember anything about SpongeBob, really. I'm going to close that search tab. Your views just went up. They stayed exactly the same, thankfully. Hey, Boogie, what's up? The OG game was actually a pretty good volleyball game. I mean, that's the thing is that, like, even a good volleyball game, if you're trying to sell your volleyball game, it's basically like the titter-tatter simulator, you know? I'm not even hating on the original thing, you know? Like, I thought that the original was cool. Oh God, how do I phrase this? I played the first Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball games. I still have them. I played them back when there wasn't a lot of internet, so there wasn't a lot of easily accessible pornography. Okay, I'm just going to stop this story right there. Time to pre-order that bathwater. John Zambles just super chatted $5 and said, have a nice life, man. Ghost was so sick. Beat that PS4 game. Are you hyped for Demon's Souls? Yeah, dude. Demon's Souls Remastered looks so freaking clean. Let's, Demon's Souls. Speedrun, actually. Let's see a fun speedrun of it. Oh my gosh, somebody did a speed run of it in 46 minutes? How is that even possible? This is what's always funny about speed runs, that you just have to skip so much. So this dude is just straight up... This is, by the way, this guy's name is apparently Insilco. Insilco. 40-minute speed run. Have you played Dreams VR? I have not. Dreamcast guys spanked the monkey over Dead or Alive. I mean, maybe 4 or 5 times, not a lot. Holy hell. The Demon's Souls remaster is actually a system seller for me. Dreamcast guy, how quickly do you believe the PS5 will sell out when pre-orders begin? I mean, it's really hard to say. The gaming market keeps getting bigger. The gaming market keeps like expanding. The amount of stuff that like the amount of total gamers keeps growing and growing and growing for sure. But PlayStation right now is saying that they're going to have 10 million consoles. This first, I think the first 6 months, there's going to be 10 million PlayStation 4s. Or sorry, 10 million PlayStation 5s. Maybe that'll be enough. I'm not sure, man. I don't know how many... I'm not sure they're going to sell out. I'm pre-ordering, though, just in case. I'm definitely pre-ordering just in case. God, that guy is such a good speed roller. With everybody getting these stimulus checks, it might make it hard to get a console. I don't think so. I love Demon's Souls, but part of the reason I'm glad it's getting a remake is, do you see all these frame rate issues? Oh my god, he's perfectly throwing those before the boss even shows up. This guy is beating everything to death with a torch. Did Ratchet and Clank PS5 have pop-in? I don't think it did. Dreamcast guy, did you enjoy World War Z? It got full crossplay. Yeah, dude, I loved World War Z. I did a big video on it. Let me, like, it's honestly crazy to me how good that World War Z turned out. Like, this game is amazing. This game, in my opinion, is basically Left 4 Dead 3. And the fact that it's just made by, like, a tiny little studio. Like, I don't even know how they got the rights to this. Like, it's super weird. The movie came out years ago. You know? If Dreams were a Nintendo game, everybody would be crazy and praising it nonstop. This game is super good. I'm glad that more people are discovering it. I've actually done, when I was doing some conventions last year, people were asking me, like, what's a horror game that you love that nobody talks about? And this is a one I actually mention a lot, for sure. Dreamcast guy, do you think it'll be hard for next-gen games to be on Switch? Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the major thing I think that there's probably going to be less stuff ported to the Switch because it might be impossible. Like, if a lot of these games start being specifically designed to utilize the PlayStation, like, solid state drive, the Xbox Series X solid state drive, computers that have solid state drives, that way they can have, like, instantaneous environments and no load times and stuff, then I just don't think they'll even be able to make a downgraded version for Switch. Labyrinth Maze just nailed it. Switch isn't even fully current gen. Are you still looking forward to the more for Xbox Series X than PlayStation 5? I'm still more excited for PlayStation. Now I'm way more excited about PlayStation 5. I am super, like, childlike excited for PlayStation 5 now. I think of the Switch as the modern Game Boy. I mean, that's a good... I think that's a more realistic way of thinking about it, for sure. Game Pass on Switch. We'll see. That seems a bit harder for me to think might happen. Just because, like, when I imagine, like, when I kind of, like, sit down and think about stuff like when I think of Nintendo Switch, I think of games like Mario and even like good ports of Sonic. I think about like Mario Kart or Mario Maker, Mario Party. And then I do think about some of the cool third-party stuff that goes there, but like Octopath Traveler, I don't think that they're going to put Games Pass on there. PlayStation 5 has already won when the Xbox gameplay reveal was 12 seconds of gameplay. You got to get a connected Sony. I need that PlayStation 5 pre-order, bro. Is Medium coming to Games Pass on PC? That game looks really good. I think it is. I think they said at the beginning of the Xbox presentation that every one of those games was going to be Xbox, or I thought everything was going to be on Games Pass. Let's stop watching this. Hellraiser 1 or 2? I like Hellraiser. I like Hellraiser 1 a little bit more. I really like the Hellraiser comics. This is from the Hellraiser comics. I really like the Hellraiser comics. This is one of the characters becomes Pinhead in the comics, which is why it's my desktop. Are you going to buy a gaming PC anytime soon? I don't think so, honestly. Maybe PCs are really expensive. I think I'm going to be spending a lot of money this year just to get, like, when you think about it, I'm going to be spending probably over $1,000 this year to get the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. So I can't exactly like drop $1,000 on a PC. Did Konami sell Fox Engine? I don't think so. What do you think of the memory cards you need to buy? Wait, the memory cards? Memory cards for PlayStation 5. What? Memory cards. PS5. Sony's next-gen PS5 won't have memory cards. What are you talking about? There are no PlayStation 5 memory cards. I can't believe that there's not a Nightmare on Elm Street game using the Silent Hill structure. Yeah, I mean, I'm always kind of baffled that there's not. Like, movie games have died out to such a heavy degree. Like, sometimes games will get, like, a crappy cell phone game, but, like, almost no movies now get, like, a full-blown thing anymore. I don't know. I don't know about PlayStation 5's RDNA. I don't know anything about RDNA. Are we going to get a new Castlevania this generation? Yeah, dude, it's called Bloodstained. I don't think Castlevania... Didn't the Castlevania cell phone game already died, right? Castlevania... Mobile... Grimoire of Souls. Yeah, Konami shuts down new Castlevania game before it could even... What's this title?
The soap you shower with?
Before it could even launch.
I'll let you in on a little
So, yeah, they literally almost released a game and then canceled it. Grimoire of Souls. The atmosphere in Demon's Souls is pretty good. It hasn't been surpassed. Yeah, they were working on a Castlevania, but then they pulled the plug. I think that Ikumi Nakamura left because she didn't like how Ghostwire was becoming and was forced out. That's possible. Well, what we also realize is that Ikumi Nakamura had a kid. She just gave birth. So I think that she may have also left the company because she had just gotten pregnant, because it's been about 9 months since she left the company. Maybe she got pregnant and was like, I'm going to take a year away from horror to have a kid and like, you know, feed my baby and stuff. So it could have been like just a personal choice. What do you think about Philip's latest video? Philip needs to stay gone. I mean, Philip should just... honestly, that guy should start stocking shelves or something. Did you watch Castlevania's Netflix? I watched the first season of Castlevania Netflix. I have not watched the second season. Who's your most wanted for Smash? I mean, if I'm thinking unrealistically, I'd love to see Vice from Skies of Arcadia. If I'm thinking realistically, I do think it'd be cool to get Master Chief in Smash. And I do think it's possible. Let's hope the PlayStation 5 plays audio CDs. Absolute travesty that the PS4 couldn't. I didn't even know that. Right. Oh, God. All right. Here, let me open it up on a private tab. Because I don't even want this in my search results. Philip Mewson.
This moment feels different. A change has begun.
Oh my God, look at those dislikes.
This year's only half done.
What's going on, everyone? Now with time and a lot...
Jesus. So for those who do not know, there was this guy named Philip Mewson. Philip Mewson very famously got fired from IGN a couple years ago because it turned out that he was plagiarizing a lot of stuff. He actually stole tons of articles. He was being paid a decent chunk of money by IGN. They were paying him like $60,000 a year or something to play games, basically. He's playing games, and they're just talking about him. Well, he decided to just straight up steal a lot of articles. He stole articles about Bayonetta, and very famously, he stole a review of Dead Cells. So he kind of just disappeared for a bit and just tried to hope that everybody forgets, and now he came back, and this is supposed to be like his big comeback video, but it's not a good review.
But once
like first of all, it's not a good review. Second of all, he makes some really crass jokes about the plagiarism, and I mean, I don't think he has a right to make fun of the plagiarism. Like, if I'm driving my car and I wreck into you and I smash your car up, like, I don't think I get a right to make a joke about that right away, you know? Yeah, that was so funny is that one of the things Philip did is he has a video that I think he deleted, but he's like, I challenge you guys to try and find more plagiarism, and they found a lot more plagiarism. So here's his weird apology video where
everyone at a preview.
This is like
must have caused in your personal lives because
it's all so weird. But anyways, now he's trying to come back again, and everybody is telling him to fuck off. Everybody basically is giving him a giant middle finger. Didn't he use the pressure of IGN as an excuse, and then it found out that he plagiarized for his personal YouTube channel before IGN? Yeah. Yeah, apology really should be quote. Well, so I'll tell you guys something. Let me full screen a little bit here. I get a chance to talk to IGN employees sometimes. I talk to GameSpot employees sometimes. You've seen me on podcasts and stuff with people that work at these major websites. And one of the things they say to me is that the job is actually, it is pretty stressful. It's fun. You are getting a chance to play video games early. You are getting a chance to do like cool chances to sit down with developers. It is stressful, but it's mostly fun. It's mostly exciting. It's mostly nuts. A lot of it has a lot of straight up free travel. Like a lot of these dudes are like getting flown to Japan and Germany and stuff like to cover things like Gamescom. And then the pressure does get to you a little bit. The thing is that good workers improve under pressure. Philip Mewson folded like a deck of cards. Philip Mewson absolutely crumbled under the pressure. I kind of want to turn my... Okay. Let's put this... Oh, I can't do that. I was going to use this great lighting and move the camera over here, but the camera's plugged into the computer, and I can't move it. Xbox One at least had an audio CD app. Control Copy for $60K a year. Well, so it sounds... So it's not just playing video games pressure. It's some people... It's the thousands, if not millions of people seeing your face. That's the thing, is that it's not talking about games that's hard. It's millions of people seeing your face. Like, I never talk about this, but I live a different life because of YouTube. When I leave the house, I make sure to, like, every time I ever leave the house, I can never just walk out the door looking like crap. I run into fans on the street sometimes. I'll be like at Taco Bell, I'll run into a subscriber. So because of it, I always have to live my entire life like I'm on camera. I wake up and I'm immediately just assuming what's going to happen when I'm on camera. What's the next video I'm going to work on? I need to get these emails out so that I can get the next game code and then work on that thumbnail and then beat this game and write that script and then go down to the sound booth and try and hammer out this audio. And then I need to go and do this. And, oh man, that video bombed. Am I going to have enough money for food? Then there's stuff like, oh, okay, I need to make sure that, like, I'm putting aside for my crazy taxes. And, okay, how am I going to get the next piece of equipment? And then, oh, I need to make sure that I have this piece of hardware for this integration. And, oh, I need to make sure that I have this game code to send to my buddies so we can beat this co-op and have that done by the deadline. Like, the job isn't stressful. It's heavy. I guess that's the best way to put it, is YouTube is heavy. I like that. People like Philip can't handle it. Have you played Amnesia: The Dark Descent? Yes, I have played Amnesia. Dreamcast guy living that Keanu Reeves lifestyle. Someone will recognize you right away. I mean, it happens. YouTube is more of a lifestyle than a job. Yeah, true. I had a time where for a couple months I was going on these long walks where it was like every morning I'd walk around my neighborhood and I'd just go on a nice long walk around my neighborhood, and a guy tweeted me one day and said, "Hey, Dreamcast guy, did I see you in?" and basically said my street name. And I had to just be like, oh no. Like, that's the thing, is like you just get in the habit of, like, always just being aware. Stop scratching. My nose itches really bad. I'm sorry that my nose itches. I'm talking constantly. Do you know about DSP? Yeah, I know about DSP. Spawncast is starting in like 5 hours. Will you watch the Dragon's Dogma anime? Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Now that people are yelling at me about my my nose, now I'm like afraid to itch my nose. It's making my nose itch even more. Itchy nose means good luck. I've never heard that before. Is YouTube your main source of income? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I've been doing full-time YouTube now for a long time. How has YouTube affected your dating life? Not great. I mean, dating as a YouTuber is certainly weird because I don't know, I feel like some of my partners hate it. I was dating somebody for the first couple of years I was doing YouTube videos, and I never talked about her, but she hated my YouTube stuff. Like, she liked the videos, but I was always doing stuff. Every day I'd wake up and the first thing in my brain was making videos. The last thing in my brain was making videos. Like every single day, it was about content. And I was dating this girl who was a little more a little bit insecure. And it was when the YouTube really started blowing up. I was dating her when I was like at 1,000 subscribers up until about 60,000 subscribers. So I was dating her for a couple of years. And towards the end, she hated YouTube. She hated that I did YouTube because it got to a point where she was just like, I'm tired of I'm tired that all you do is work, you know? And then, yeah, I was dating that other girl for a couple of years that I proposed to in that video, and we broke up a couple of months back. That was a bunch of stuff, though. Now, you're all right, Scythe. Isn't Alana Pierce that person that was excited for xCloud? I think Alana Pierce gets excited for all sorts of stuff. Alana Pierce kind of just loves, like, everything gaming, though. You know, she's super into every part of gaming for sure. Keep it up. You're early. You are the Leon Matlin of video game, Malton of video games, and the gaming industry is still young. My ex-girlfriend, Clayton says in chat, my ex-girlfriend was so insecure that she'd make posts about how happy we were on my social media. Jesus. Ratchet and Clank 4 demo looked like an amazing callback to Rocket Knight Adventure. Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, personally, I think xCloud looks like xCloud as a concept is interesting. Stadia as a concept is interesting, but I don't know. I don't think any streaming services right now. I'm not interested in any of the current streaming services. Forget that girl. If you're living out your passion, doing what you love, the right girl will appreciate it. Maybe, I don't know, man. I'm also kind of thought that, like, I don't know, man. I feel kind of old lately, to be perfectly honest with y'all. I'm kind of at that point where I don't know if I'm going to date anymore. I feel so old, you know? I feel like I've been alive for 1,000,000 years, and I like making videos, you know? I like waking up. I like getting on camera. I like editing stuff. I like photoshopping crazy thumbnails. I have a video made for tomorrow that I think is going to be super cool. Like, I think I'm just going to do that. You know, like, if I date somebody at some point, that's cool. And if I never date again, I don't know. I've had so many like good relationships that I'm in that space now where if I never had another relationship, I'd probably still be happy in life, you know? We all feel old. If a girl can't love you without a bed, then she doesn't deserve you for the queen-sized bed. You're young and YouTube famous. That's pretty sought after. Doing what you love is what matters most. Yeah, for sure. That's always been my philosophy for sure also, is that I'm definitely fortunate. I feel like I'm extremely lucky that, like, this is, I don't know. I have the infinite amount of freedom. Like, I could probably work on a laptop if I want, you know? I could, like, work on a laptop somewhere randomly. I turned 30 Seraphim in chat says, I turn 36 soon and I feel old too. Frowny face. Yeah, dude, I just turned 34. It's weird being 34. It feels weird to be in my 30s, just in general, you know? Dreamcast guy, you deserve the best girl, mate. Do whatever you love. Yeah, I mean, I think my problem is that I'm ugly as fuck. Like, I don't mind that I'm ugly. It's whatever, it's life. But, yeah. I think it's difficult to meet people and be like, You know, I know I'm super ugly, but I promise I'm really good at video games. Would be amazing if the Dreamcast Castlevania prototype ever got found and dumped. Yeah, that'd be really cool, man. I would, I really, there's so many cool, I'm sure you guys saw a lot of the leaked, let me see if I can pull this up carefully. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up a bunch of those. Where is the leak? Where is the leak? This is not gonna work. I'm trying to pull up those Nintendo leaks. Nintendo leak. So I'm gonna show you guys some stuff, and I'm not sure if it'll get me in trouble. Let's see if we can put this up here. Okay, I'm going to shrink myself down again. Boom. There we go. Nobody is ugly. Keeping some facial hair was the right move. Did you pick a booger yet? No. I don't have any boogers. My nose just itches. I think my theory is, because I Googled it, I think my nose just dries out when I'm nervous. Alpha Labyrinth Maze says, how about that StarCraft Ghost alpha build leak? I'd love to mess around on that. You know, I never talked about it, but I did get to play that that version of StarCraft Ghost. I did play it. It was great. It crashed a lot, but it ran. Okay. For some reason, 30s feels like a lot of pressure. You get a lot of stuff ready for your elderly days. Yeah, that's kind of my fear for sure. It's just like I feel like I'm getting old. Okay, so I'm not even sure. I may get in trouble for showing this stuff. So these are all these. Somebody found this humongous package of Nintendo leaks, and it's all sorts of weird stuff. It's like unfinished games. There's lots of prototypes. There's songs that were never used in the games. Like here, let's just go to photos. Yeah, they call it the Giga Leak. There's all these extra pieces of cars they never used in Mario Kart. Here's these are versions of Yoshi that they didn't use. This is what Yoshi was going to look like. Metal Jesus Rocks is in his 40s and he's doing fine. Yes, but Metal Jesus Rocks is already married. That's definitely the thing, is that I'm old and single. All right, so there's Ugly Yoshi. This is weird. If you actually translate this is an alpha version of Yoshi's Island, but instead it says Super Mario 5. These are beta sprites that were going to be in StarCraft 2, or sorry, Star Fox 2. There's just so much like extra weird missing stuff. Just search Giga Leak. Try being 50. Yeah. What the hell is this even supposed to be? 3D model animations of Star Fox 2, various prototypes. I do like this Ugly Yoshi. He's like, oh, this is like that canceled Pokemon game. I'm probably going to get in trouble even showing this stuff. I should probably stop looking at this stuff. Oh my god, look at this version of Yoshi. Look at this version of Yoshi. Hey guys, I'm Yoshi. Why does he look like this? Oh my god, look at these unused fish. Marriage is overrated. I mean, maybe. I wouldn't know. I've never been married. Oh, okay, I gotta stop looking at this stuff. I'm definitely gonna get in trouble. There we go. Perfect. So the thing is that while this information is publicly available, technically this isn't public knowledge. That's what DMCAs actually exist for. Like the idea behind it is that like companies are allowed to release information and they can choose to like copyright strike unreleased information. It's why you can't like if you get an early movie trailer, you can't post it because they can DMCA it down. They can DMCA anybody who posts this because this isn't officially released Nintendo information. This is all leaked prototypes. Stop looking at it then, LOL. You're a Rebel Dreamcast guy. It does look like Old Man Yoshi. The Absolute 32 says, I just wanted to stop by and tell you how much I appreciate your content. Whether I agree with your opinion or not, I always know you share your honest opinion. Thank you so much, man. And I'm glad you see it the way. That's something I always try and convey, is the fact that like these videos are my opinion. Even when I'm going into like a news story, I address like the information, but then I want to like editorialize over it. I want to talk about stuff, you know, like I want to try and dig into stuff in a more interesting way than just reading the news, you know. Girls don't care about looks like we do. To them, confidence, success, and positive. Yeah, so positive personality, success, confidence, those things are all great. But the problem is that, like, you need to talk to a girl to show that stuff. I'm good whenever I can talk to a girl. Like, normally, I'm good. My thing is that, like, it's in COVID times, it's hard to meet random girls and be like, how's it going? Do you know what a Dreamcast is? I'm like, what's up, Vagina? Dreamcast guy here. Today we're going to be digging into those panties. No, I don't do that. I promise I don't. The funniest part of the DMCA is that they would need to confirm the leaks. Yeah, but they wouldn't mind. I mean, they would totally confirm the leaks. They don't care. As long as they can, like, stamp out the information, they're happy. Your voice and attitude is so soothing, like Metal Jesus. I just gained a lot of respect for you saying that. You've only had that digging riff. No, I can do it so much, man. Like I can turn the voice on and off. Sometimes I was talking to this one girl for a bit, and she would message me in the morning and be like, motivate me, Dreamcast guy. And I'd get my phone and send her a little voice message. And I'd just like send her a voice message on Facebook and be like, what's up? Get out of bed. Time to motivate yourself. It's another day to be captured. Goals will be accomplished. And of course, pussy will be slayed. Can we talk about Tenchu Z? Yeah. I mean, Tenchu, I want Tenchu to come back, but obviously I want the good Tenchu, not the bad Tenchu. Tinder and coffee meets bagel apps? Gotta try Tinder and coffee. I've never heard of that. I'm getting fucking dating advice from chat. Tinder and coffee. Tinder, coffee. Okay, I'm not gonna look at dating apps and freaking. What a legend. What do you think about the future of arcades? Will they go the way of the Blockbuster? Yeah, I mean, I don't think that, like, I don't think that arcades are ever coming back. I don't think it's possible for them to come back. Ubisoft bought Tenchu so that they could kill it and make room for Assassin's Creed. I mean, possibly. When is Metal Gear coming to Switch? I don't think Metal Gear is ever coming to Switch. Dreamcast guy, I have a crush on a girl, but I don't know if I should tell her that I like her. I mean, give it a shot. The thing is that, like, if you're talking to somebody for a bit, I always think that it's cool to just put the piece on the table. If you do it in a respectful manner, like if I'm hanging out with somebody for like a couple weeks and we're jiving and everything's cool, sometimes I'll just put it out there being like, hey, if you're ever bored sometime, we could go have dinner. It could be a date if you want it to be a date. If you want to wear no clothes, that's totally fine. Like, if you just put it out there in a respectful manner, it's fine. And it makes it where, yeah, there's a possibility you could get shut down, but I don't think anybody will be, like, upset by it for sure. Dave and Buster's near me, that's it. The thing is that a lot of the arcades that exist now, so many of the games are like crap, in my opinion. Like, so many of the arcade games I see are just like cell phone games and stuff, you know? Do you have Tenchu Z on the 360? Yes, I do. Expect the worst to avoid disappointment. I'm sorry, Highland. I ask your question again, Highland. I didn't mean. Did I miss? Did I miss a question? I'm trying to read chat. Chat goes a little bit fast, so sometimes I miss questions. I apologize. What's up, COVID carriers? It's Dreamcast Guy here, and today I'm going to be showing you the top 10 reasons that you're going to take that mask off so that we can make out. Number 10, it's time to spread the disease. Now, I need Killer Queen to survive. Yeah, Killer Queen is fun as hell for sure. Why do you always look like you've never had a shower? I shower a lot. I shower literally every single day. Why do you look like you never shower? My hair is really clean and stuff. My hair just sucks, man. And I wash my face every day. These are just scars, and then I have bad facial hair, so the facial hair looks like dirt. Any news for Beyond Good and Evil 2? I don't think Beyond... I don't think Beyond Good and Evil 2... Whenever it comes out, it's coming out for years. What's wrong with your face? I'm not sure. Hylian says, my question is how to start YouTube and stuff because I'm trying but going slow. You help me start because I really do enjoy your gaming stuff, especially when you're talking about the leaks, directs, etc. I mean, one of the biggest things, and I'm going to pull up an example of this. Let me go to my folder. So I'm going to show you guys something. The biggest piece of advice when it comes to YouTube is just start doing it. Make videos, make videos, make videos, make videos, make videos. Because the biggest way to learn is by doing it. So I'm going to show you a super old Dreamcast Guy video. It's very bad. It's actually awful. The craziness that's been happening with the... What's up, guys? Dreamcast Guy here, talking today about the craziness that's been happening with the Xbox One since launch. So players have been getting banned for using profanity in Skype calls, which they're saying is an error, and also whenever they edit and upload videos with the Microsoft Edit Studio that is included in the system. If you swear or what they consider using excessive profanity, then you will automatically get a 24-hour ban. Rod, okay, I'm gonna ban you, Rod Burger. Rod Burger, literally everything you're saying is trying to insult my physical appearance. You're not talking about games. You're not talking about anything fun. You're literally just being an asshole, Rod. So I want you to have a great day, buddy. Go take a nice long walk because you are contributing nothing in chat. We're literally all sitting here having a good time, and this jerk's in chat being like, "Oh my god, you're so ugly." You sound more drunk back then, yeah. Asthma Gold has a better hairline than you. Does he? You sound slow motion. Did you accidentally keep it from the Halo Infinite game? No, so this is a recorded video. This is not slowed down. This is just how I used to talk. This video is from, I think, 6 years ago. And so whenever you edit, do I have food in my teeth? Well, okay. I have to go look at my teeth now. People are talking about my teeth. Let me go make sure my teeth are clean. Hey, I guess you guys don't realize this. I don't have anything in my teeth. My teeth are just fake. My teeth are sometimes stained in places. So maybe I don't have anything in my teeth. These are stains and stuff. So, hey, fuck off. Anybody spamming you have stuff in your teeth? I don't. Those are my literal teeth. Okay. So the point I was making before people started trying to be a jerk in chat is that you should just start by making videos. So what I did for about 3 months is what I would do is every single morning I would wake up and I would film a video with my cell phone. So every single morning I would wake up and I'd film these videos. And let's face it, these videos suck. I mean, it's totally fine saying that. These videos suck. That's nothing. So not an issue, but interesting. It's one of these where I don't think we should pay any mind to it, but I think it's just interesting to hear about the interesting ways new technology can falter. The fact that the PS4 failure rate has yet been announced on the Xbox One, but so as you can see here, I'm mumbling. I am not very clear. I'm talking too slow. My pitch keeps going up and down. So it's not a super good video, but I kept doing them. I kept practicing. I kept working on a video every single day. I'd wake up, I'd look at news, I'd try and figure stuff out, and I'd experiment. And I got bigger and I got better. Let's see here. So there are literally... Suzuki said that Sega wouldn't pay for it. There are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these videos. Because they knew that they were going to be creating it at a loss. They said that any amount of money that they spent on it, they would 60 copies and stuff, so that'd be an extra few thousand for them. But Kickstarter is the way to go for this. I'm so excited. So here's a... I tried to do movie news for a bit. What's up, guys? Dreamcast Guy here, of course, and just want to do a fast rant about what everyone's kind of going ape shit about today, which is that LucasArts was weird. Oh, God, I hate Daniel Craig. He's pretty much always makes this face for every single situation. Like, yes, I'm just Daniel Craig. So the reason I'm showing this is because, like, I think the thing people need to realize is that, like, you don't get big on YouTube right away. You have to practice it. These are on YouTube. They're from 6 years ago, so you have to dig through so much stuff. But these are all on YouTube. If you watch my really old stuff, you can actually see stuff before I had my my oral surgery. Like, oh God, what is that? Oh God, yeah. So this is before I had the oral surgery. And these old videos, you can see my teeth were broken, so they don't exactly look great. But then obviously I got those fixed. I got my teeth replaced. And that's the thing, though, is that I would actually keep making videos even before I had my teeth. This is 8 years ago. Even before I had my teeth, I would make content. I'd get on camera.
Programming up, and just everything. Screenshots of the better games, problems they ran into. It's just amazing. And in the back there are even like charts and charts and charts. Hold on. Oh my gosh. So much good stuff. Oh, Dreamcast. 4 pages dedicated to the Dreamcast, displaying all
the teeth stream. You have a successful YouTube channel and you're making your own way. Don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah. Dreamcast Goblin. Well, no. So the point I was making, though, is that it is just the fact that, like, the biggest secret to success on YouTube is to just do it and do it and do it and do it and do it. It's like, you just have to, like, work on videos every single day. It doesn't matter if you're tired from work. It doesn't matter if, like, you're super excited for a big game. It doesn't matter if, like, you're bored. Like, you need to just make videos, make videos, make videos, make videos, make videos. Just like bands, practice makes perfect. Yeah, that's exactly it. Well, and it's also the thing of, like, you'll constantly figure stuff out. So that's my thing, is that, like, I would constantly tinker with, like, new editing styles. I constantly was trying to figure out new ways to do thumbnails. I was experimenting with ways to, like I always wanted to try and push the envelope. I always wanted to try and figure out, like, new ways to tinker with stuff. And obviously I was in the book business for a long time. When I worked at the bookstore, something I like to say was that, like, if you keep reading books, you're always going to get smarter. Even if you're reading, like, trash fiction and Twilight, like, you're going to accidentally learn things. And I think the same goes for video editing, which is that, like, every time you make a video, you're going to get a little bit faster. You're going to figure out how to do keyframes. You're going to find a way to do green screen. Like, all my thumbnails are now made. I, like, do these silly, like, this is actually... wait. Like, all my thumbnails are just straight up done on this green screen, and so I'll just do, like, 10 faces that I can put onto a green screen. You know, and, like, you learn to do this stuff. I didn't know how to green screen stuff a couple years ago, but I experimented with it, and I learned and tried to figure stuff out, and now you'll notice, like, this is what all the thumbnails are made out of. And it's because I experimented and I wanted to improve, and I kept trying to find new ways to, like, push my own skills forward. I edit with Vegas. Sometimes I sometimes I super glue my thumbs to my nipples and pretend to be a T-Rex. Okay, that's a good comment. Any advice for introverts that are generally shy to get on camera? I mean, the biggest thing I definitely think helps is scripting. Like, if you write, if you write more stuff, if you try more stuff, you'll definitely, like, constantly, I'm totally spacing out. If you script stuff out, you won't get, like, lost. You'll be able to keep yourself focused, and you'll be able to, like more of figure out how to keep your videos going. You've come a long way. Be proud of yourself. Why is your camera zoomed out so far? You know, it's funny. You're the only person. Almost everybody insults me and say that I zoom in too much. This is some cool behind the scenes info. Where did you get the green screen? I think I just got this from Amazon. Oh, sorry. That's a picture I painted. It's the only painting I've ever done. And there's my green screen. I think I paid $20 for my green screen from Amazon. You're 34 years old. It's time to stop acting like a T-Rex. Margaret Evans said, "Hey Dreamcast guy, I turned 30 today. I was wondering if I could get a birthday shout out." Sure thing, Margaret Evans. Happy birthday, Margaret. They've got 300 concurrent viewers. This painting sucks. It's okay. It's the only one I've ever done. I did that painting and it was super bad. And I went, you know what? I'm just going to not do any paintings. Here, I'll pick it up. You can see my super bad painting. Whoa! It's the moon, and it was supposed to be like berries on the tree, and instead they just like blobs because I suck. And it's supposed to be like a hill silhouetted. It is like garbage. It's garbage. And then I signed it. Looks decent, yeah. Any top 10 lists in the near future? I have some ideas. Ugh, that's cringe. That's a cringe. All right. We're getting some trolls in the chat, so I'm just going to actually pop this out. Why did the chat slow down? Did everybody get banned? It's my dog's birthday. I'm not going to shout out your dog. Have you ever killed anybody? Nope, I have not killed anybody. Favorite game of all time? I still think Final Fantasy VII is my favorite game of all time for sure. Do you watch any other gaming channels? I watch some. I'm a really big fan of Funhouse. I love Funhouse a bunch. They're definitely my personal favorite by far. I really like gaming podcasts. More though, I don't know. I'm more into like movie channels now. Like I really like watching a lot of stuff like Red Letter Media. I really like Jeremy Johns, Chris Stuckman. I don't know. I really like movie podcasts and stuff. I think it's because like all day, every day, I'm reading gaming articles and editing gaming footage and beating video games that like at night when I want to like sit down and relax, usually I'll turn on something that's not gaming related. That's also when I like read comic books and stuff. Favorite GameCube game? Oh, that's a hard one. That's a really hard one. I am going to say Resident Evil 4 though. Or Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. Do you use PC or Mac for making videos? I use Vegas to edit my videos, and I edit them on PC. Are you gonna include movies in your channel? No, I don't know. I've done a tiny bit of movie stuff, and honestly, it bombed. You know, like it completely like. I want to make videos that people enjoy watching. So when I made a couple of like movie videos and they just completely flopped, I was like people aren't enjoying watching this, and it's as fun for me to make as all the other stuff. So like, you know, in the USA, do you have to drink penis? No, we don't have to drink penis, but we choose to. I would say Dreamcast Guy is my favorite, or Spawnwave, or RGT85. I would love to be one of y'all and be like part of the group. It's pretty cool. Hardest part of being a YouTuber? I do think that there is... I always have to be extremely careful with everything I ever say. Like, I can never make... I don't know. I feel like as a YouTuber, you have to constantly be careful with everything you ever say. One time I was talking about the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and in a video, I held up the Final Fantasy VII Remake and I opened the case, and I had taken the disc out and I put in Final Fantasy 15 because that was in my PlayStation 4. And the next day, there were like 5 videos that were like, Dreamcast guy is pretending to play Final Fantasy VII Remake. And they'd screenshotted the millisecond that the case is open. And it's like, stuff like that is annoying to me, where I feel like I have to constantly be so aware of everything. Like every single word I say has to be correct. Every time I mess up one tiny fact, oh, you suck, you're the worst YouTuber ever. Anytime I'm having like a private conversation, I do have to think, oh, is this going to get leaked? You know, like the weird part of being a YouTuber, like the hard part of being a YouTuber is just that like everything is constantly watched by thousands of people. Stone Cold Slasher just super chatted $5 and put get good. Thank you so much there, Stone Cold. People are insane. Yeah. I mean, but it's also just that I think a lot of people don't realize I'm a person. I think a lot of people think I'm a cartoon character. You know, like people believe that I'm a cartoon character, basically. You know, they can't imagine that I'm actually a person. So they don't mind saying horrible things about me and sending death threats to me and stuff because they don't believe I'm a real person. Like, I assume that they don't really believe I'm a person. Hey, John Riggs. I'm going to give you mod status, John. Some people just love to hate. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that it doesn't really bother me too much. It's just, that's why I'd say, I think that YouTube actually is pretty easy. Like, I think YouTube is very easy. It's very fun. That's the one small downside, though. It's definitely just that I always have to be careful about everything I do for the rest of my life. Sneak just super chatted $5 and said favorite manga. I've actually thought about getting a tattoo of it. I'll show it to you. It's All You Need Is Kill. This manga is so freaking amazing. All You Need to Kill is basically these dudes who have these like super robots, and this guy, and they're fighting against these aliens that like big balls of teeth, literally. And one day this guy gets stuck in a time loop, and every time he dies, it resets the day. So he's trying to keep doing it again and again and again until he finally gets it right. They made that movie based on it called Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise. I actually think the movie is great, but the manga ends differently. This is my favorite manga. It's so good. And one of the things he does in the manga that I've kind of wanted to get as a tattoo is every day when he wakes up, because he feels the pain of death, every time he dies, he is still dying. So every day what he does is, the first thing he does is he wakes up and he gets this permanent marker, and every morning he writes the number of times he's died on his hand. And then he goes out and fights that day. And I think that that's such a cool thing that they cut from the movie, but I've actually thought about doing that because I think it's so cool, and it's so symbolic of like how much he hates to just die and die and die and die. So I've kind of thought about getting like some sort of like tattoo on my hand in honor of this great manga. Ooh. Neo Starling just super chatted $5 and says, making content on a daily basis is hard work. I'm getting better, and I'm proud of the work you've done. Thanks so much there, Neo Starling. I listen to your videos while I drive during the night, and it really makes them shorter. Thanks so much there, Bergman. Can I play .hackgu? Can I go in not knowing anything? Yeah, absolutely. That's on you for, yeah, I don't care, whatever. I'm gonna be on the Spawncast tonight, but you know, whatever. Like, if I hold it up, nobody's gonna care. most people don't even notice my tattoos and stuff. It's very, very rare that anybody even notices like my tattoos or anything, you know? I feel like this kind of stuff is so rarely seen, so I don't really take tattoos too seriously. There we go, yeah. What do you think about the Medium? Do you think the Medium will come to the PlayStation? Dreamcast guy, did you know that the Medium might be able to come to PlayStation 5? Yes, we don't know though. And that's the thing, is that I'm super excited for the Medium right now. So I'm buying an Xbox Series X, and I'm definitely buying the Medium. I'm definitely going to be doing a video as fast as freaking possible for sure. Like, Medium looks really fun. It looks really spooky. It looks really, really cool. I got about 15 or so. Yeah, yours are good. Yeah, my favorite are definitely my Bioshock tattoos. Got my Bioshock tattoos. Got my pinky. I think. Raining all Sunday here. I think it's a good day. I have don't I have something on my back, but it's not quite a tattoo. It's scarification. I only use Xbox Series X for third party. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Do you think that Metal Gear will come to Switch? I like the idea of it, but I don't think it's going to. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Yeah, Cyberpunk, that's the Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Oops. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Videos. This does look super cool to me. It's a 14-second teaser. But I mean, it's pure Jet Set Radio. I'm gonna play the hell out of this. I hope they don't do an early access thing. I hope it just like comes out. Did the channel grow a lot? Oh, sorry, what was that? Did the channel grow a lot after the PlayStation 5 review? Or sorry, after the Last of Us? Yeah, the channel's really been blowing up, to be honest. The last couple months, I think I got like 8,000 subscribers last month or something. Or what is it, 6,000? Oh, I have a button that says that. Let's see here, I got 6,000 subscribers last month. I've gotten like 4,000 subscribers this month. I mean, things have really been blowing up. That Last of Us review really like spurned things for sure. And it's kind of put me into a new thing. Just like, man, it's just like, I don't know. Everything keeps growing. Everything keeps exploding. Now I like the fact that there's like I like watching like all the reviews. All the reviews now just get so many thousands of likes that it ends up in this weird thing where like honestly, this is one of the things that blows my mind the most is, let me shrink my camera back down. So this is my YouTube channel, videos. Okay, so it's the videos. And one of the things is that all the reviews now, because the reviews get so many thousands of views or so thousands of likes, like this has 20,000 likes. That's my first video ever to get 20,000 freaking likes. 20,000 people decided to smash that like button, which is crazy. And it makes it where these videos just keep getting views forever now, because now they're just like one of the top search results. So now every time people want to search, you know, Resident Evil 3, this video just... Oh, I'm like right in the way. These videos just pop up forever now. So it makes it where, like, the weird thing to me is that not only do these videos get hundreds of thousands of views or whatever, but now they just keep getting views and grow and grow and grow. So I like that I'm at a point now where, like, the videos, like, I can make stuff and put a lot of time into it and a lot of effort into it, and it will just keep growing over time. What's up, Dreamcast Guy? You're killing it. Thank you so much, man. Dreamcast Guy, did you hear about the state of play rumors? Yes, I did. I'm not sure how much I believe them. I've heard stuff, though. I've heard stuff about a state of play for sure. Second channel idea, film cast guy. I don't think I'll ever do a second video for sure. How do you view the like to dislike percentage? That's a special add-on I have called vidIQ. Is it just me, or does Dreamcast Guy look incredibly tired or sick? Nope, I'm just a normal guy. I slept a full night last night. I'm not sick. I just had a delicious full dinner. One of my favorite YouTubers. I feel like you're 100% pure to the truth and your feelings. Much love to you, my guy. Thank you so much there, Joachim. Man, I can't believe I've been streaming for 3 hours. It feels good. Oh God, I remember. Oh God, I've been watching your videos since back when you were reviewing PSP games. Yeah, the funniest thing to me is definitely there are videos that just get like, here, let me super shrink myself down. This is really funny to me, so I can search. I'm gonna go videos most viewed. These are my most popular videos ever. Best PSP games is getting close to 1 million views. This still gets about 800 views every single day. Then this is actually one of my earliest fully scripted videos from 5 years ago. Getting close to 800,000. The Last of Us review from last month, 700,000. It's funny to me that these videos, like every couple months, I'll just have one that just explodes. I don't know. It makes me happy for sure. Oh yeah, my Angry Joe talk. This was my first video to ever get 10,000 likes. People got really mad though because I referred to YouTuber as a job. Okay, enough of that. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Will you buy the Bugsnax limited edition PlayStation 5? You know, I feel like I'm the one person in the world who doesn't care that much about Bugsnax. Like, not even as a joke, you know? Later there, Labyrinth Maze. That was a recommendation. That was recommended to me a couple days back by the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, the YouTube algorithm is so funny. I loved your review of The Last of Us Part 2. Very well analyzed. Anything else more to add from what you've said? I still think that the biggest takeaway I have from The Last of Us Part 2 is that it asks so much. I feel like The Last of Us Part 2, it trusts you to believe in the story too much. That's my big problem, is that I feel like the combat is great. The graphics are absolutely insane. The voice acting is top notch. I feel like it relies on you though to murder a beloved character and then expects you to sympathize with the murderer. And that just, it's not a leap I can make. Even spending 10 hours with Abby, I could never make that final emotional leap to connecting with her. I could empathize, I could understand, I could see things from her point of view, but I could never cheer her on. So it got to the point where at the end, when Ellie decides not to kill her, that will never be a good choice to me narratively. That's my thing. Yeah, I know Jenny got banned on Twitch for hating on Abby. I saw that. I'm actually a fan of Jenny, so I was kind of shocked when she got banned. Have you seen the Super Castlevania 4 prototype? What? Super Castlevania 4. Oh, it's a trending search. So this is, I'm looking at it right now. This is apparently the unfinished version. This is the original version they made of Super Castlevania 4. What makes it particularly different? I guess the UI is a little bit different. It doesn't look super crazy. This guy pauses a lot. I mean, other than looking a little bit more graphically bland, it's still... Okay, those dragon heads are totally different. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, for historical reasons, it's interesting, but yeah, I'm not the biggest Castlevania fan. Like, I like Castlevania, but I'm not, like, hungering for prototypes. Why are you guys blocking my questions? What? Oh, different songs, different enemies. Yeah. The Last of Us Part 2 is basically like Halo 5. You spend more time playing the new character than the main title character. Are you going to get an analog NT Mini, Noir, or Pocket? I do want to get the analog Pocket. The analog Pocket seems really, really cool. I'm sure you guys know this. I'm a huge collector of Game Boy stuff. You know what? I've actually never shown anybody this. Do y'all want to see my Game Boy collection? I actually have a big box of my Game Boy collection stuff. Let's do this. This is my secret closet. Okay. What do you think about Shrek and Sonic at the Olympic Games? I don't know. I think more Olympic Games goods are good. I don't think we're never going to see a Shrek game again. All right. I'm going to get it. It's right here. Okay. Okay. Dreamcast got thick. I know, yeah. I had to move stuff around a lot in the office, but okay. This box, I guess I'll do it dramatic. You can kind of see how I just kind of packed it up real quick during the move, but it's filled with stuff like I have a lot of Game Gears, or I have multiple Game Gears. Let me gain that camera up a little bit. Whoop. So I got multiple Game Gears. What do you think of a Sailor Moon game? I don't have any feeling about a Sailor Moon game. You got to get a custom Dreamcast guy Game Boy like Bob Woodruff. I saw that, man. The Wolf Den one was super good. So in this box, I actually have all sorts of random collectibles. Part of game collecting is you just always get stuff. Like, this is a huge booklet of PlayStation demo discs. I think there's a couple games in there. Like, did I just see Chrono? Nope. Just, 100 PlayStation demo discs. PSP carrying cases. I have a lot of PSP carrying cases. Here's one of my PlayStation Vitas. Oops, wrong pocket. And what I did is, this is kind of just my big box of all my different collectibles. Are you moving again? No, I'm not. One of my Vitas. At least you didn't rip your pants. I have a CD case just like that. I feel like everybody has a CD case just like this. Okay, so here's my what do they call it? Sega Nomad. Sega Nomad was the tiny version of the Sega Genesis. Got the 6-pack in there. Dreamcast guy, I'd like to have you on my gaming podcast to talk about Last of Us Part 2, since we think very different. Maybe sometime, dude. If you email me, we'll talk stuff. That shirt is dope. Where did you get it? I think I got this at, honestly, I think I got it at Hot Topic, I think. Here's one of my, like, I have, like, God, I have so many of them. I have, I think, 6 Game Boy Advances. Metairie 700 just super chatted $10. Thank you so much there. Here's one of the things I got that I really like is I have a couple pink Game Boys and stuff. I got this little, like, carrying case to keep my Game Boy safe. I think it's cute. It's got, like, little angel wings on it and stuff. Here's something I bought years and years and years ago. So this is the GBASP, the Game Boy Advanced Special Edition. But one of the things about it was that when I went and bought this is the rare version that actually has a better backlight. This is actually the shinier backlight version of it. I played this for so long. Well, when I went to buy it, it had this Hello Kitty sticker, and they put this really thin layer of duct tape across it. And when I was going to buy it, I went up to the counter. They looked at me and they said, we can peel that off for you. Like, if you want, we can remove that. And I actually was like, I kind of like that. Like, the person who originally owned this really wanted to make it a fake Hello Kitty edition. So I've kept it, and I don't know, I think it makes it more special. So a bunch of my Game Boy games keep falling out of the boxes because I have all these carrying cases because I just have so many of them. It's just like, here's another one of my Game Boy Advances. Here's one of my Game Boy Colors. I think I have 4 Game Boy Colors. This one has Pokemon Crystal in it. Just so many Final Fantasy Legends, Super Mario World, and the 6 golden coins. Dreamcast guy, do you have a Patreon? Yes, I do have a Patreon. It should just be patreon.com/Dreamcast guy. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. So here's one of the ones I have that I really like, which is this is not an officially released Game Boy game. This is actually a fan-translated Game Boy game. So, which game is this? Okay. So, this is Grandia Parallel Trippers. It's a pretty weird game. If I'm being perfectly honest, it is a very weird little RPG, but somebody decided to go through and line by line translate it completely into English. So what I decided to do was I actually found somebody that translated it and burned it onto an official cart. So now I am able to play this super rare Grandia. I'm trying to turn it so you can see the screen, but it's so dark. And now I have that. I've got some stuff that's complete in box, like Phantasy Star on Game Boy Advance. Let's see. I just have so much. I found some of these weird Chinese bootleg carts. People actually just gave these to me. So I have, like, there's Castlevania Adventure on Game Boy. But then there's stuff like, oh, where did I do? Oh, I think I dropped it back in there. Oops. So, like, this thing, it doesn't even work. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. But it looks like a picture of Shinobi and Tarzan. And it's supposed to be, like, 6 Game Boy Color games in one. But it doesn't work. Yeah, 7 in 1. There's, like, these bootleg Chinese games. So much. And it's so much to even go through. I love this stuff because it's so good. Legend of Zelda. This is the first Legend of Zelda that wasn't made by this is the first Legend of Zelda game that wasn't made by Nintendo. It was made by Capcom. Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons. I have both those. I have the super, super rare Metal Gear Solid game. First Game Boy Color, or sorry, Game Boy camera. I got some Virtual Boy games in here. All right, I'll stop digging through boxes. Here's probably definitely some of my rarest stuff. This is isn't this one of the? So I had one of those custom built. Yeah. Oh yeah. So anybody who asks that, yes, that is a question I get sometimes. When I die, in my will, it says everybody needs to sell my stuff. When I die, because I do have thousands and thousands of games and all these boxes of stuff, specifically, I have asked my family to sell all of my belongings, and I just want them to give it all to charity. I want them to give all the money to charity. So all these collectibles are cool to me. I like them. But honestly, my biggest thing is that I'm glad that when I die, like, hopefully this money will feed kids, honestly. But what's the best game to play on an SP? I just found one in my GS collection. There's a lot of great stuff on the Game Boy Advanced SP. This is something I like. So this is something that I had built that I'm very, 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 very happy about. This is a standard Game Boy. Looks exactly like this model. Seems identical, except for one key difference. This one, not backlit. This one is a modern day screen. They put an LED screen in there, so it actually is super crisp and clear and great. Like, it's kind of crazy how well it works. Let's put something on there. Let's put Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls. Like to me, it is crazy like how much visual quality they can still put on this, you know? Like, this still looks clean as hell. So this is why I'm actually a big fan of these type of like fan mod things where somebody is able to like so. Like, it's so cool to me that like modern day engineers can redo these consoles to actually improve them. So the guy who built this for me, he charged to be $20. It was actually an engineer who was trying to learn how to do it. So what he decided to do is he said, I've got a pile of broken Game Boys. I've got a pile of broken screens. If you pay the shipping, that way I can basically experiment with this. I'll just make a test Game Boy. So this was his prototype test Game Boy that he sent to me. Actually, when did I forget? Oh yeah, are all consoles more expensive? That's sad, bro. I mean, I don't know. I think dying is realistic. I think that, like, we need to kind of consider the fact that we're going to pass away. So if I can make it where when I die, something good happens, where like people can get fed by my stupid collection of games, that to me is a good use of time. Here is definitely the rarest thing in my Game Boy collection, other than some of the games, is this is the Game Boy Light. This was only released in Japan. Contrast. So this was only released in Japan, and basically there was like a 6-month gap. Let me turn down that Tetris. But there was 6-month like gap between when the Game Boy Color was about to come out and the Game Boy Pocket was out. So they decided to make a backlit Game Boy Pocket. And as you can see, it actually has a different name. It is the Game Boy Light. This thing can usually run for a couple $100. But, you know, I think it's pretty cool. I'm definitely glad I got one. I don't have the box. I don't have any of the other stuff. I just think it's cool. And honestly, I game out a lot because Game Boy is region free. You know. How come you didn't get more Game Boy Advance? I have a huge Game Boy Advance collection in here too. I think I have about 65 Game Boy Advance games. I peep Spawncast's slick disses they throw at you all the time, and I peep why. Don't read this. I got love for you. The good old Game Boy Light. Yep. People will still be getting the tips on the best PlayStation Portable games long after we die. Game Boy Cast guy. Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't Dreamcast guy, I'd probably be Game Boy guy. I have a very, very big Game Boy collection. I still have... I mean, what's weird to think about now is that... yeah, I painted that painting. What's weird to think about now is that I have more PlayStation 4 games than I have any other system. I think I have like 400 PlayStation 4 games. I only have like 320 Dreamcast games. I mostly want the Wii U for nostalgia. Yeah. Do you have a favorite DLC? Do I have a favorite DLC? I'm not sure. There is some really good DLC out there. Let me think. What is a really good DLC? Infamous First Light. I said don't read it. Well, I mean, if you say don't read it at the end of a message, that's how the human language works. Holy heck, that video yesterday got 50,000 views. Jesus. Do you still play Game Boy? Yes. There's a thread about you on /V. Okay, cool. Do you like the Switch? Yeah, I like Nintendo Switch. I haven't been playing Switch as much lately, mostly just because of other stuff. I did play some Super Mario Party the other day. That was all right, but for the most part now, I've pretty much just been gaming on my PC a little bit and a lot on my PS4. Do you play ROM hacks? Yes, I love ROM hacks. I actually have some physical ROM hacks. Like where people will do a thing where they get like a really nice clean ROM hack and then they print it onto a cartridge and sell it. I like playing ROM hacks on original hardware. Is super cool to me. I have an Atari Jaguar. I'm not saying that it's the best console, but I think it gets more hate than it deserves. Yeah, I agree. The Atari Jaguar haters are really weird to me. Like, the Jaguar isn't great, but like, I don't know. I don't understand like the people who just like absolutely shred the Jaguar are bizarre to me. Do you prefer Infamous with or without Cole? I'm okay with both. I actually like the early Infamous games a lot, but I really liked Second Son. I was super, super into Second Son for sure. People are saying I look tired. This may be the lighting. I promise I slept a lot last night. Like, oh, it annoys me when people tell me I look tired. Even you just keep saying insults in chat. Like you're saying insults. Do you know what a neg is? N-E-G? You're saying compliments that are insults. My bad, bro. I rock with you. I just think you could be greater than you limit yourself. What the hell are you talking about? How do I limit myself? Like, I'm running a successful YouTube channel. I'm eating a good diet. I'm going on long walks. I'm reading good books. Where am I limiting myself? Like, please stop saying dumb insults in chat. Like, how do you pronounce Jaguar? Is it Jaguar or is it Jaguar? Jaguar. Atari Jaguar gets hate because it didn't live up to expectations. Are you going to be on the Spawncast tonight? Yes, I am. So I'm excited for everybody to talk about the Xbox showcase. Why are you being rude to your subs? So someone literally insulted me and you're offended in chat because I said something to them. Like, you're literally offended that I replied to somebody. Like, stop being offended in chat. So cringe. Favorite Silent Hill game? My favorite Silent Hill game is definitely 2 a lot. I do like 4 a lot, though. It's weird to me. Your hair is your only limit. All right, that's fun. That's a good criticism. I think that your hair is your only limit. I like Silent Hill 1. I think for me it goes Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 1, and then Silent Hill 4. I love Silent Hill 4. Which is funny because I don't understand, like, I don't understand like the hate for Resident Evil 4 or Silent Hill 4. Like Silent Hill 4 is different, but you know. People are trying to be helpful by not sugarcoating things. Hey, I don't know if you've ever heard this, Final Fantasy 1. Being insulting is not sugarcoating. Like, being polite is not sugarcoating. Saying stupid things to strangers doesn't mean that it's honest or cool. Being nice to people is easy. Did you watch Balan Wonderland? Yeah, Balan Wonderland looked awesome. You recommended Final Fantasy IX a while ago, and I just finished it. Best Final Fantasy ever. Yeah. Final Fantasy IX is crazy to me because of how well it aged. Like, Final Fantasy IX, like, the reason I like Final Fantasy IX is that it's classic turn-based combat. It's good art. I like the way that you, like, constantly get stronger with, like, your weaponry. Like, I like that, like, bad weapons can have a use. Silent Hill 4 was weird, not scary. That's a great critique. Angel Flores in chat, that's a brilliant critique. Silent Hill 4 was weird, not scary. That's fair. I just like your hissing. Final Fantasy VIII is better, Spurgs out. I hope you're doing well, Dreamcast guy. Be safe and happy. Yeah, man, I'm doing all right. I think my biggest thing now is, like, being shut in is starting to kind of annoy me. Like, here in Texas, like, COVID is still absolutely exploding. So I have to stay home all the time. And I like making videos and stuff, but honestly, I miss conventions. I miss being able to, like, meet subscribers in person. I miss being able to, like one of my favorite things was going to gaming conventions and then, like, running into a fan and just talking to them for an hour. Because that happened to me all the time. So now that that's, like, impossible, it kind of sucks, for sure. I used to prefer Final Fantasy IX to Final Fantasy VII when I was younger, says Andy Hawk. I think that Final Fantasy... I still think that Final Fantasy IX is a better game, but I like Final Fantasy VII more. Yeah, just remember that 80% of the planet is in the same situation as you. You're not alone, for sure. Oh my god. Hey, Dreamcast guy. I asked a friend what his favorite horror video game was, and he said Hello Neighbor. Oh my god, that's so bad. People want you to get sponsored. Final Fantasy, bro, do you know how many sponsorship ads I get every single day? Literally, I'm going to show you guys something I've never shown anybody before. Look at my stupid email box. Let's see here. Sponsor. Hundreds of these people every day try and pay me to talk about their stupid games, and I never do. Let's see here. Let's scroll past. Let's see here. Like, if you think that I'm worried about this, I purposely turn this garbage down. Now, I don't want to show. Actually, I can't show you this because a lot of it's a lot of people. It's a lot of that's probably top secret stuff I'm not supposed to show. But people all the time offer me hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to talk about the stupid games, and I don't do it. I make money by reviewing games and talking about games news, and that's all I need to do. Like, why are you concerned about my sponsorships? Like, why do you want me to sell out? I purposefully do not do sponsorships. How are you offended that I don't do sponsorships? Like, what kind of crackhead universe? Like, why would you want me to pretend to like bad games? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's so stupid. I'm so blown away. Homer Simpson just donated $10 and says, so you're holding out hope for Halo on Xbox will be worth buying. I know you'll play it, but I keep hoping for the next leap. Yeah, I mean, my thing is that I'm optimistic about like Halo being fun. I don't know if I really think that it's going to be great. I definitely think it's going to look bad. I think that Halo is going to be exactly like what happened with Sea of Thieves. I think that Sea of Thieves is like, it came out, they released it, and then they released a bunch of patches, and then like overall it got good over time. I miss when games were just amazing at the start. Yeah, these guys are legit being like, oh my god. What happens when power goes out? Who are you then? This guy is definitely a troll. You know what? I put up with you for the last hour. You're definitely just a troll. That's definitely just a troll. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm reading troll comments. I apologize. I haven't seen a lot of your videos, but I'll sub. I appreciate that. If you want a better looking Halo, play Destiny. Hey, Dreamcast guy, as a PS4 owner, I'm not really excited anymore for the Xbox Series X. This generation, I was ignoring Xbox. Sadly, I don't think I want the new Xbox ever again after the 360. Yeah, that's always been the interesting thing, is that I honestly think a huge chunk of people jumped from the Xbox 360 was huge. The Xbox 360 was absolutely dominant. And I do think that like 70% of people that were Xbox 360 gamers jumped over to PlayStation 4. Like, seriously, what I want everybody in chat right now, if you are somebody that jumped from Xbox 360 to PlayStation 4 this generation, can you do me a favor in chat, put 360? Because I'm curious, because that's what I did. I mostly gamed on my 360, and when the PlayStation 4 came out, I jumped hardcore on PlayStation 4. And I think that like most of us did. And so now a lot of people are kind of like, I think more people are willing to think about the Xbox Series X and say, can I jump back over to Team Xbox? But they can't, you know, it's interesting to me. Exactly. Look at everybody. Yes, exactly. I jumped from PSP to PS4. I mean, that's still good too. PS3. Okay, so there's one that went straight from PS3. It was because of the Always On debacle. Been a PlayStation boy since PS1. So I had a PlayStation 3. So I went basically, I zigzagged a lot. A lot of generations, I was like, started playing as PS2, jumped over to Xbox. And then I stayed Xbox until 360. And then I only had an Xbox 360 for like the first 5 years of Xbox 360. And then the last 3 years of that generation, I jumped over to PlayStation 3. And I played a lot on PS3, but still my main console was the 360. And then this generation, I jumped completely into Xbox. I jumped completely into the PlayStation 4. PlayStation 3 did outsell the PS4. Yeah. Or the PlayStation 3 did outsell the 360. That's right. That still blows my mind. That was very much at the very end there. Tiger LCD. I did know somebody with a Gamecom. Dead Space or Evil Within, which deserves a sequel and why? Personally, that's so hard. I mean, honestly, Dead Space is better. Dead Space does better scares. It has better graphics. It has better world building. It has better lore. But I love Evil Within so much. My Switch ran out of good games, so I finally got a PlayStation 4, and I paid freaking COVID prices for it, but the cheap games at least. Well, congrats Delta 9 for jumping over to PlayStation 4. Honestly, I like the PlayStation 4 so much. I think the PlayStation 4 is so freaking good, and I like that they do sales all the time. Are you getting a gamer girl? I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm ever going to date again, but if I do, it'd be cool to date a gamer girl. 3 red rings, and Microsoft told me they wouldn't warranty it, even though I was within the warranty period. Bought a new 360, swapped the stereo sticker, returned the broken one, and sold the new one. That's a smart man. Don't you get burnt out on games? No. So Shane in chat says, are the Fable MMO rumors true, you think? No, I don't think so. I found out where the Fable MMO ruins, the Fable MMO rumors. My God, I'm stuttering so bad. 3 hours of talking on camera, I'm sputtering a little bit. I found out, no, I'm not married. The last girl I was dating for a long time, she and I broke up. What happened to her? We just broke up. It was nothing special. We were dating for a couple of years and it was fun. And then, honestly, COVID and captivity, we just decided to break up. It's no big deal. No bad blood. Like, it was a fun relationship and then it ended. I don't think there's anything wrong with relationships ending. But I found out where the rumors came from of the Fable MMO, and it was basically an incorrect information sheet. There was basically an information sheet that was going around for Fable before the official reveal, and basically it said something like multiplayer, and people for some reason ran with that and tried to leak like the early notes and thought of it as like massively multiplayer. Omicron the Nomad Soul, yeah. Have you listened to Juice WRLD? No, I don't really listen to music. I was so disappointed in Fable 3. I like all the Fables. Or I like all the Fable games except for, what was that? Fable Legends, the Kinect game? Yeah, I did that. No koofers. She koofed on him and he said, no koofers. Hired actress, yep. Yeah, it's really weird to see questions about my ex-girlfriend from months ago. I don't know. I'm old now, and I've dated a lot of people. I've had a lot of very long, very happy relationships, and I'm at that point now where when stuff ends, I'm not sad about it. It's just kind of like someone's like I start being unhappy and it's like, oh, let's just break up. Okay, bye. You know, I'm 34. Like, I'm kind of past the heartbreak phase of life. Cyberpunk says PS4 Pro, Xbox 360, GameCube, PC, PS3, Nintendo Switch. Best way to go. I think it's pretty ballsy to put GameCube above PC, but you know. You brought it. I didn't. Okay. Final Fantasy, I'm literally reading chat. I'm not bringing anything up. So cringe. I'm 34. Pimp Dreamcast guy? No, I'm really not a pimp. I'm just old. And I've been dating a lot. Yeah, let's talk about video games. Remember the title of this? Isn't this titled the video game stream? Talking games. Yes, talking games. Favorite Dreamcast game? Skies of Arcadia. I like Skies of Arcadia. I like Shenmue a lot too, but Skies of Arcadia slightly wins. Game of the year so far, for me, I still think that right now, my game of the year is Ghost of Tsushima. My second place, God, it's so hard. I think I've probably put Final Fantasy VII Remake as the second one. And then I'd probably put Ori and the Will of the Wisps as third. I mean, it's hard. There's so much stuff that's still coming. What do you think about Outlast? I love Outlast. Anyone else massively disappointed by the new Paper Mario? Yeah, that's my biggest issue with it, is that honestly, like, I just don't like the combat. The combat of Final Fantasy, or the combat of the combat of Paper Mario, it feels so flat. Like the combat in Paper Mario is just like meh to me. This is why Review Tech USA talks about speculation and drama. People gravitate to personal trivial talk. I guess it's that, like, my life is so boring. Anytime people ask me about my life, it's so boring. I don't like talking about it. Like, talking about, like, you know, girls I've dated, you know, like, I banged a big Twitch streamer once, but, like, you know, whatever. It's just life, you know? I think people forget that I just kind of do whatever. Like, video games are what are important. We're here for the video games. That was a clever pun. The combat was flat in a Paper Mario game. Did you pick up anything on the summer sale for PSN? No, I want to. Would you check out some of my art? Yeah, Rotten Tanuki, email me your art. I love seeing art. How long did it take you to start getting review copies from publishers? I started getting a lot of review copies about 20,000 subscribers. And then I started getting pretty much everything. Like 30,000 is when things started getting really easy. It just got easier and easier and easier, you know? Like, I think that as you grow, the big thing is getting connections in companies, talking to them, establishing things, kind of building up that rapport. I'm at a point now where, like, a lot of times these game studios come to me and ask if I want to play their game. Like, that's what happened with Crash, is that straight up, like, the developers came to me and said, do you want to play Crash Bandicoot 4? And I was like, hell yes. I'd love to see how you feel about Alien Isolation. They're making a dinosaur-themed version of that game. Yeah, I saw that, and dude, I love Alien Isolation. Alien Isolation is so spooky and great. Man. You're definitely on an alt account. This guy is now, there was a guy that was named like Iman the Millionaire, and now there's a guy named Iman the Rich One. You're definitely, are you excited for the next patch in Classic WoW? Yeah, the opening of Ankara should be pretty cool. Arafel? No, I have not heard of Arafel. There's a lot more people watching your videos than you think. I guess it's difficult to difficult to imagine the numbers. Because I am just like a random dude, it's difficult when I see like the number of like, you know, 2.3 million people watched your videos this month or whatever. It's too big to fit in my brain. You know, like it's too large of a scope. Have you ever read did you ever read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? There's a line in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy where he says infinity is flat. Like, if you're looking at the vast, crazy scope of the universe, it just seems like a piece of paper because everything is so many billions of light years away. It just doesn't even seem real. Well, that's the way that YouTube feels to me, is because like to me, I'm just talking about video games and I get happy about like the likes and the comments and the engagement and stuff, but it will never sink into me that there are millions of people that click my stuff, you know? Some of these questions I don't understand. Dreamcast guy doesn't pretend to be something he's not. He's just humble. Yeah, it's honestly easy to it's easy to be humble when you're nobody. You know, like, I think it's very easy to stay humble. I think one of the things that helps me stay humble is that I don't have a college degree. I've never really had a real job. I worked retail for 10 years and now I'm doing YouTube. I think the fact that I've never really had like money or power or success or whatever, I think it's very easy for me to just sit here and be happy with the ride. Like, the YouTube channel exists. I'm very, very happy with it. And then someday, like, all this will fall apart and I'll, go write a book or something. Oh, I wrote this as an example from a manga. Oh gosh, people are trying to... I forgot to mute my phone. Village is going to be on... Yeah, so I did... Dumpster Fire, I read that, actually. I have a video filmed about that, actually, and I'm going to put it up tomorrow. I'm going to be putting up a video, so I'll show you guys. Just sub to your Instagram. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy about the Instagram doing well. Hold on. Frank Beasy just super chatted $5 and said, "I just want to support the channel." Thank you so much, there, Beasy. And then also, we just got a message from. Honestly, by Homer Simpson just super chatted $5 and said, "Honestly, your reviews are genuine, passionate, and straightforward. I love the outtake at the end. I trust your take on things. Keep being you." Thank you so much. Do you have any horror stories from retail? Yeah. One of the worst ones I had is I did have a car crash through the front of my store. I showed this picture the other day, but this is definitely the worst horror story I have. Was this? Oh God, this. So I worked at this place called Half Price Books. It was very fun. It was a bookstore, super chill, great employees. Everybody was just a hippie. Very, very cool job. And basically, all I would do all day is stock books. I'd basically come out with these carts, alphabetize them, sort them by different places, and then you go and like work the register. Of all the jobs I worked, this definitely had the nicest clientele. People were very rarely rude. People were very rare. I probably had 5 people scream in my face in 8 years, which is extremely low for retail. One morning, I was working at one of the stores in Mesquite, Texas. I was one of the managers there at the time. I woke up that morning and go to work, 8 a.m. I'm there. I'm opening the store. I count up all the registers. I set everything up for all the other employees. And then I take a step away from the wall to start trying to print out the online orders. And somebody crashed a freaking car through the store. Straight up, they crushed the entire back of the store. Completely carved it out. Now, these other employees came in and cleaned this up. This was a circular hole originally, but it crushed all of it. And so this is actually one of my employees right here, Steve. It very nearly freaking cut me in half because it came in and then we have a back counter that used to be right here. It hit that counter and pushed it against a wall. If I was still standing there, it definitely would have chopped me straight in half. So that's definitely a horror story. I did have some people like yelling at me occasionally and stuff like that. I like Gears of War Judgment. How could you like Gears of War Judgment? The books were to die for. Yeah, there was that. Yeah, it was an old person driving. Good guess. I am for you. Yes, it was an old person driving. It was like an 84-year-old lady. Good guess. Yes. So, she was trying to go to a doctor's appointment because we had to pull her out of the car. But she was trying to go to a doctor's appointment. So she was like, "Oh no." So she got in trouble, but it was super fun. Well, the awful joke for the next freaking couple months, every time people saw the crushed store, people would go, "Oh, are you installing a drive-in? Oh, are you installing a drive-in?" Like, okay, I get it. I get the joke. So it's pretty good. What was funny is, I'll be honest, I did not handle that well. I used to have security cam footage of it from the car coming in because I freaked out. So I stepped away from the door. It came through, crushes the whole back of the store, And I literally, in the cell phone footage, or sorry, in the security cam footage, I went like this. I didn't know what to do, so I was literally just like freaking out. And the employee Steve calmly walks past me, walks past the like exploded back half of the store, and then just goes up to the phone, and he super calmly just, hello, yes, this is the Half Price Books. Yes, yeah, we just had a drive-in. Like super calmly, like the man was ice water. Like that dude straight up, like he was always so calm. The whole store is like filling with car exhaust and stuff. And this dude just super calmly is just like, and after that I was like, man, I'm never going to mess with Steve. Like Steve is a chill dude. Did she offer you a BJ as an apology? No, I didn't think to ask one. Rotten Tanuki says, I go by Day One Patch on Instagram. Okay, I'll check out your stuff here, Tanuki. I saw that you messaged me. Anytime I get messages on Instagram, it sends me a notification. Yeah, I see. I'll look at your art when I'm off stream, bud. You should work at a retro game store. I don't know if I'd ever want to do retail again. I mean, maybe I will. We'll see what happens in life, but that sadly happens too often. Yeah, so that was funny is that the car crashed into the store, and then the corporate sent out like a cleanup crew, and they told me it happens all the time. They even just have there's like, they told me that there's the term is just drive-in. Like apparently it happens all the time. There's no normal reaction to a situation like that. Yeah. I bet I could probably find that video. Maybe I'll post. Maybe I'm going to try and track that video down, and maybe I'll put it at the end of a video as a joke. Is Gears of War Judgment a prequel to the first Gears of War? Yes, it is. I hate Gears of War Judgment, dude. I hate it. There used to be some great retro game stores. Yeah, a lot of them did shut down. The big one we had here for a long time was called Console Game Exchange. Most of the console game exchanges, I think, shut down. I mean, at this point, everything's shut down. Oh, yeah, there was that South Park episode with the old drivers killing everybody. I'm probably going to stream here for another, like... Actually, I'll probably end stream here in a bit. It's 5 p.m. here, and I'm doing that diet where you eat from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. only. So I want to eat before the Spawncast. Player One video games. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Player One in Houston. I've heard about that. I used to live next to one called Game Over Video Games. Game Over Video Game was cool. Favorite cereal? I really like, what do I like? Blueberry, what is it called? Blueberry Frosted Mini Wheats. Chris says, dude, I love your reviews. Thanks for the content for us old guys. Oh no, am I old? Are we the old crew? Actually, I'm curious. If you are comfortable with putting your age, type your age in chat. You still have to be calorie deficient to lose weight. Yeah, I know that's how it works. So I actually exercise a lot still too. I'm usually even while I'm editing, I'm trying to do stuff. I've got a chin up bar right off camera and stuff. 14, 52, 30. 41. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Interesting. $30, $35, $32, $24, $43, $45, $32, $26. So 51. So I guess that's so interesting. I guess we kind of all skew older. Interesting. I guess there is a good mix of people that are in their 20s too as well. A couple 14-year-olds, a couple PewDiePie fans. That's all right. I'm 14. There's a very, very specific subset of people that are only 14. That's good. Okay, well, then I guess that kind of makes sense of like, because the whole idea on YouTube is definitely like make the videos that you would want to watch. So it's funny that like that I'm making all this stuff and I'm 34 and a lot of people that are 34 watch it. I thought I was the only 14-year-old sub to this channel. A favorite genre of horror? My favorite genre of horror games is definitely like, I'm super, super into survival horror specifically. I don't like jump scares too much. Like some games, like some games are just so centered on freaking you out. Like I love Outlast. Outlast, I kind of like I like Outlast when it stops scaring me. Once I'm able to like decompress the scares, I kind of appreciate it more as like art. But more importantly, I really like survival horror. I like when there's monsters put in your path and puzzles and guns. Like I think that the kind of horror I like is where you can defend yourself a little bit. Anime God says, your videos are amazing. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much there, man. Fatal Frame. Dude, I love Fatal Frame. Actually, I have Fatal Frame right here. Boom! I have all the Fatal Frame games, but I always keep Fatal Frame 1 and 2. Fatal Frame 1 and 2 are always my favorite. 2 especially. These games freaked me out. Will you be playing or reviewing Destroy All Humans? No, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play Destroy All Humans. Did I do that painting? Yes, this is my painting. It's the only painting I've ever done. Are the Final Fantasy movies good? Kinda. I own all the Final Fantasy movies on Blu-ray. I also own the Final Fantasy anime called Unlimited. Here, I'll grab it for you for funsies. Oh, God. Okay. So, this is a bunch of the much more rare Final Fantasy stuff for sure, but this is the Final Fantasy anime. And nobody talks about it because it kind of sucks. They have like guns that shoot magic and stuff. The art is very, very generic. The biggest thing is definitely, though, that I do like about it is that I still think that the art is pretty cool. It's an interesting chance to see like anime versions of a lot of the stuff we do recognize from Final Fantasy. Like, look, it's a Chocobo. And then I do have the Final Fantasy movies on Blu-ray. Oh my God, this one's actually still factory sealed, which kind of shows how much I care about this movie. Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within. And then this is one that I'm actually glad I did get on Blu-ray. So this is the Final Fantasy 15 movie, Final Fantasy Kingsglaive, which is a prequel to the game. But if you bought the Blu-ray, what people don't talk about is that it also includes its own anime called Brotherhood. And this was the only way to get a physical way of getting Brotherhood was to buy this Blu-ray. Are your PS2 games still touching the ceiling? Yes. Here, you know what, just for fun, I'm going to turn the camera so you can see my pile. Look at my pile. Look at the PS2 games. Here, just for fun. Let me see if I can put my camera right. Here we go. I'm going to show you that the PlayStation games are literally taller than I am. Are y'all ready for this? Look at this. Have you ever watched Outlaw Star? No, I have not. Did you get a bed yet? No, I still don't have a bed. You can see I'm still just sleeping on the floor. I sleep on the floor right here usually. How's things go with the new woman? Me and that new girl stopped talking. It's no big deal. That's a lot of damage. How tall are you? I'm 6 foot. Which actor would play you in a movie? Oh, I don't know. I just finished the Final Fantasy VII Remake again. It's so good. Are all collections that tall? Yeah, so the most games I own... So the thing is that my PlayStation 4 collection is mostly digital. My PlayStation 4 collection, even though I own like 400 PlayStation 4 games, they're all digital, you know, because they keep just, you know, making like all the cells and stuff are digital. So that's what I keep doing is I keep buying super cheap games. Most of my physical stuff is really retro. How do you sleep on the ground? You just do it, man. I mean, I literally, this spot right here specifically, that literally is where I sleep every single day. If I open up the closet, that's where that's where I blanket. That's where I ooh, I blew my voice out. Oh, my voice. What the hell happened? I hit double puberty. I got like an air bubble in my throat. What is wrong with me? I got like an air bubble in my throat. Frank Beasy says, how much do I donate for you to get a bed? I'll get a bed at some point. Honestly, like... So seriously, I sleep on the floor. I enjoy sleeping on the floor. Like, I don't know. I don't, you know. Like, I've been sleeping on the floor my entire life, so it's no big deal to me. So, like, anytime people are like, oh man, how do you do it? I just do it, you know? Are you going digital or physical next gen? I'm going to do a video about it at some point. I want to do like a big video being like why I'm going physical. And that's the thing is that I'm definitely going physical with the PlayStation 4, and I'm going to be doing physical for the Xbox Series X for sure. Is there not a couch? No, my whole room is empty. Like, as you can see, all I have is my lighting equipment, and then I kind of use this for soundproofing sometimes, and then my green screen and my game collection. Like, I have no furniture. This is the one chair. I bought this chair for $5 6 years ago. I've been using this $5 chair for 6 years now. A $60 airbed is sometimes better than a real bed. I don't know if I'll ever get one. I kind of like I like sleeping on the floor. I don't know. It's just whatever to me. You absorb that sweet earth magnetic power. Batman Arkham City versus Spider-Man. PS4 for sure. Yeah, this carpet is seriously soft. So I don't even, like, when I sleep, I have, like, when I sleep, I just literally, all I do when I sleep is I use this one blanket and I just, like, because it's so comfortable. Like, this carpet is soft. Like, I think people just kind of, I think people kind of picture sleeping on the floor as like this hard, rough thing, but I don't know. Humans have been sleeping on the ground since the caveman ages, you know? So we're made to do it. Have you ever played Roll Cage on PS1? I haven't, Amadeus. I've never even heard of it, honestly. Dreamcast guy is a hippie. Minimalist, yeah. Let's see here. I think that Grounded game on Xbox Series X looks fun. I mean, I don't know. I guess Grounded comes out Monday, right? Do you save most of your YouTube money? Yes, I save my YouTube money, but also I just don't make that much. I mean, like, I think people kind of assume that like every YouTuber is super rich, and most aren't. You know, I think the secret to YouTube is definitely live cheap. I like the facial hair, my dude. Thank you so much. This shirt is freaking you out. Somebody was making fun of it earlier. Somebody said she had like a melted Pop-Tart face. Have you played Carrion yet? No, I'm probably gonna play Carrion here in a minute though. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna end stream right now so that I can chill out and eat before I do the Spawncast. I'll tell my friends to subscribe to you. Thank you so much there, Anime God. Thank you so much to everybody who's been tuning in. Thank you to everybody who's been hanging out and for all the questions. It's crazy that we've been at 300 concurrent viewers now for almost 4 hours. That's kind of bonkers. But thank you so much. You guys rock. And I guess I'm going to go eat a bunch of stuff now. My biggest regret is selling my transparent Dreamcast for $100. Don't lie, Dreamcast guy. We see that giant mansion behind you. All right, thanks so much, everybody. Y'all have a good one. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to put a big old heart in the chat. This is a for serious heart.